really seems to be a set made for people who love Avatar.
I certainly have praises for how the cards are designed, and I think how the gameplay is going to shake out.
I'm really excited to see it in action. But before we get into anything, first of all, special thanks to Josh and Pat's MTG Bazaar and Chromatic Games Ashfield. The Magic Mates, they qualified this event.
And they're gone. Oh no. The sheer professionalism.
Mutate works. I don't know. What's your favorite set, Richard?
Favorite set? I mean, this is an insane answer, but the 12-year-old Innistrad is my favorite draft set.
Old Innistrad.
Old
Oh
Innistrad.
my gosh. I wasn't even there. I was on the hiatus. Wow. I wrote Shadows, but okay. So you like the flavor of the gothic horror flavor. There you go. His favorite Magic Mate's memory. It gives a special shout out to Miles. Miles moved to America, which was a travesty for us, but he used to put in a loaf of bread into the winnings. So if you won the draft on Monday night, you'd be able to take home bread, which is great. You can win bread for your family playing Magic the Gathering. And any hot takes on draft, he says, keep the token in the pack. Absolute sacrilege, in my opinion. Never keep a token in the pack. But he says,
For our players, they want to maximize the number of cards they draft.
we all love Magic the Gathering. He says, let me draft an emotional support 1/1. My thoughts on Nino is, look, at CanCon this year, he had an absolute outstanding performance. He played in 3 competitions. He lost 1 game in the first competition, lost the semi-final in the main event, and then went undefeated in the last competition. He was like 4 or 3 wins off having a perfect weekend. I've never seen such amazing results from a player. He's in every RC. He is an expert in both draft and constructed. He really is a cross-format player, in my opinion. What are your thoughts on Nino?
I think very, very chill, very friendly player. He puts in some very impressive results, especially for. I think he's got a lot else going on in his life. So I think someone who has got a bit of a natural knack for it, picks up new formats quite easily. That kind of vibe.
Recently married, congratulations to Nino as well. But that chillness, he's so chill, I never know what's in his hand. I can never get a read on Nino. He's the first player. He qualified through Bloomberg. He came first, drafting Bloomberg. Second play is Jim Bandis, and he's our veteran. He's the old time of the group, but I think maybe you look at him and you underestimate him for that. He's an absolute killer when you play him.
I will say Jim has got a certain dry sense of humor. He loves to play the fool, and it definitely caught me a few times.
Yes, attacking with open mana, he'll have it when he needs it. He's always got what he needs to beat you at the right times.
You can
I
attack
always
with
struggle
Sokka
playing
and the
against him.
Penguin, and the Penguin will
Andre,
get unblockable, so
first
it
in
will always
Duskmoor.
connect
What do you
and
take
not
on
be
Andre?
involved in
So
being
I have a
blocked.
lot of experience
So
playing
if you
against
can
Andre
protect
in the
Sokka,
cube group,
great.
and this segues pretty
There
well
are
into
a
I think
couple of other
one of
cards that
Andre's
work great with
core
that.
strengths is he's good at picking up novel formats when he's drafting them for the first time.
Absolutely.
So
So he's going to do really well today.
The format, and in formats like Cube or Chaos Draft or weirdo formats that no one really plays, like Spider-Man, that's where a lot of his strengths lie. And otherwise, yeah, just a player with a good intuition for the core underlying fundamentals of Magic.
Absolutely. I remember I first met Andre through the Cube group, run by Munir. Give a shout out to Munir who runs Cube on Central on Wednesdays. And I sat down, and they have a ladder of winners.
One blue-black.
Andre was at the top with like
human druid ally
4 out of 5,
with
4 trophies
lifelink.
from 5 drafts.
It's a
And everyone was
2/4.
commenting, yeah, Andre just never loses. I'm like, who is this guy?
So yeah, 3
He's
mana for
very
2
good
for
at
lifelink again.
the creative
Great.
side of Magic, looking
And
at
also, like,
a
it's maybe
cube
not an accident
and looking
that
at a
both of
dissector.
those best
And same with this was
signposts
really
are
advantageous when a
2/4s,
new format has come out,
because they block
and you
so
need to
much.
understand it in seconds. I think that's going to be one of his
Foggy Swamp
biggest
Spirit Keeper
advantages
is a
today.
great name.
I think
Hello
people will
to
benefit of having him
Jordan.
set when maybe people
Jordan,
don't
one
know
of
the
my
cards
favorite
as well.
human beings.
A
in
lovely,
the chat.
intuitive thinker.
It's
Favorite
also
Magic
an
Mate's
ally,
memory
which
says,
I told
meeting
you
my good
earlier
friend
that I
Munir
had the deck with the
for
Katara
the first time while
doubles the
visiting
triggers
Magic
for
Mates and
any
giving
ally,
him
and
advice over the course of the M19 season. So that cube group in Central Wednesday, they're the nicest guys. Go to cube group on Central Wednesday. They'll get you playing Magic, no cost. They draft cube. They'll bring you the cards. You have a great time. Santina came second in Duskmore. This, I don't know many people. There's maybe one other person I can think of in this group who's played more Magic for longer than Santino. But Santino, I know since the 2010s has been grinding competitive events, and he's been on the cusp of the Pro Tour for a couple of times. He's put in solid appearances at the RCs. A player we don't see much anymore because he's moved up north. But he's come down today.
Yeah.
What takes on Santino?
No, I mean, I haven't had the pleasure of playing against him so much, but I am astounded that he's managed to come here from Melbourne just to play in the Cup. I'm impressed with the dedication and shows how hard it was to qualify.
That he loves Magic, and if there's a competitive event with competitive prizing, he will show up. It's very important to him. And he said something to me before this event. I was just his overall take on Magic. He says he can enjoy his losses because he knows he's learning. And for me, that is a sign of someone who's very mature in the Magic scene, that they've played long enough that they want to accept their losses. Very, very powerful player. He's got takes on draft. Yeah, he seems pretty strong. He's looking at maybe drafting Jeskai Coles today. I think a lot of people are heading in that direction. And we are almost ready to perhaps go live here.
I think
Ooh.
we're still just setting up the camera.
Yeah, we've got all the players have relevant tokens. I'm just so excited to talk about cards here, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're up to Sam now. Sam Ma is probably one of the people I've played most at Magic Mates because he's been here so long. He's been part of the Asheville community on Mondays for so long. He calls himself a boomer of Magic, also runs a Magic the Gathering YouTube channel called Draft Punks, would recommend. And he's a player who I've never seen him flustered. Always takes his time, always very calm when he makes his plays, never in a rush. Loves playing Magic.
Yeah.
What do you think of Sam?
Yeah, I think he falls into a group of players that they are in no rush to end a game of Magic. They are happy to play a longer game, and it is definitely a preference you can have among players. I think often there's a midpoint where you understand the importance of ending the game, and it becomes kind of a default plan. Whereas players like Sam and Damon are quite happy to let the opponent drag the game out and just beat them over the grueling marathon.
At the most recent RC, we knew that we had time in between rounds to go have lunch because we knew every round was going to take 15 minutes longer because every round Sam would be in turns at his table.
Yep.
And he made top 32, I believe. Absolutely crushed it.
Not a man in a rush.
Not a man in a rush, but a man who's willing to take his time to grind you out. Chris, oh my gosh. Chris Lynn. Okay, I think this is my pick for who's going to take off this tournament.
Yeah.
I think Chris
Ooh.
does this thing where I'll be playing him and he'll start reading I haven't shown him my hand, but he'll start reading the cards in my hand to me. He's like, I can tell you've got this, you've probably got this, you might have this, and if you've got this, then I have to do this. And I'm sitting there like, how did you just put that all together? I just can't win now. I can't win. I think when I came to this group during the All Is One era, and Chris was just at the top with 5 trophies from 6 drafts. Just a very consistent player, and he takes on Chris.
Yeah, I think Chris treats the game the most like an esport. He is very open to the fact that he is studying every game. He is playing a hell of a lot of Magic. I believe he went through an era where he would drive all over Sydney to draft at different stores just to get more games in.
Whoa.
And yeah, I think that summarizes a lot of it. Chris certainly puts the hours in, puts the thought in, and takes it very competitively. Playing to win.
I've also heard not a bad poker player, but maybe I'm hearing things out of school. But look,
I have heard that as well.
absolute card shark. That's all our.
I believe we have a page on Damon as
We
well.
do have one more. Who is Damon? Who is Damon Meredith really? Only the beating heart of the Magic Mates. Well, Damon spends a lot of time putting this together. I've talked to him about this. we both confess this to each other over a meal. We say Monday nights with the Magic Mates is the highlight of our week. And he organizes a lot of these events, but also just crushes at the game. He spends so much time doing the admin, putting up the scores, shows up to draft and wins. Okay, so sometimes, somewhere between all of that, he finds time just to get very good at draft. I think, definitely the most passionate about draft out of all these people I've seen. Doesn't really play much Constructed anymore, just wants to open packs, draft packs, and make picks. What do you think of Damon?
Yeah, I think, so round one, we've got a pairing between Damon and Sam, and
Huge match.
Damon, like Sam, is also someone not afraid to play a longer game. But I would say a key difference between them is that Damon will play a longer game with a very different deck. He'll draft a deck that is capable of fast starts and quick beatdowns, but if his opponent decides he's going to try and drag the game out, Damon will come along for the ride, and he'll make it work.
I've been sitting there with Damon on 3 life, I'm like, well, okay, he's got open mana, but surely I can just swing for lethal. And he drops 3 spells. And it's gone from, oh, this was going to be a 5-minute easy game to, oh, now we're going to grind this out for another 30 minutes, we're going to go to time and I'm going to lose. He just always seems to find his outs from my perspective. And again, similar to Chris, I've had him make reads on me that I'm like, 9% of players would have lost this game. But he saw my face, he saw the way I was speaking, and he found me out. Definitely one of the most important people in regards to the management of Magic Mates, but also one of the best drafters, I think, in Sydney. Well, those are our players. And just to reiterate, these players don't just show up today. They don't just come in, start playing cards and win big prizes. This is a position where you have to come in for an entire season. You have to come in for maybe 10 weeks in a row. You have to draft over those 10 weeks against some of the best drafters in Sydney, I'll say the world. And you have to win consistently. Because at the end of those 10 weeks, only the top 2 make it through. All these players have achieved this. All these players have got to this level. And I will say, Richard, I think I'm pretty good at Magic. I've been to a Pro Tour.
I would agree.
I'm going to another one. I thought I would, by now, have made the Magic Mates Cup. Not true. Not true. This is a harder competition, in my opinion, to make than the Pro Tour. You have to be really, really consistent.
Whoa.
We're jumping in. We're cracking packs.
Yes.
Here we go. And
So we're commentating Damon's draft here,
Damon Meredith
drafting Avatar,
brings out the Spirit Token,
and
counts out his cards like a pro.
yep, we are doing competitive drafting procedures, so lots of counting cards, lots of making sure that things are not messed up.
These are timed drafts, so all these players are under the clock, they're under the pressure. Let's see what they can pull out.
So, some early takes we've heard about this format. Blue is underrated online. However, these kind of metagame considerations don't apply to the top tables. So, if all of these players are keen to draft blue, well, blue is going to be a lot worse than it normally is.
Looking at data, and you've got to take data with a grain of salt. White seems to be the deepest color. All the white pairings seem to be putting up great results. Problem is, everyone thinks that, which this entire table would have looked at that. Well, you can't all be playing white. The draft will correct itself. We will see perhaps some good, fantastic Dimir deck, or a fantastic Golgari deck. You will see things a bit out of the ordinary. Maybe you will look at this and go, it's a bit harder than my usual draft, because there's no one at this table who's letting things go around. Every powerful card will be taken. And if you get to pick 6 and you see a premium removal spell, you're feeling like you've done something fantastic here. But we'll see how this develops.
Yeah, so
even just correctly predicting something that wheels can be insane.
There's a lot of really good removal, and airbending especially is good removal, but it's also chock full of cards that are good against removals. So we've got these really powerful spells that are not actually at their best in this format.
Okay, looks like we've counted our cards, we've looked at it. Already seen the Scryland. Really good at fixing this format too. Many times I've been 3 color, often for a splash.
Yeah, these Unknown Shores variants, the ETB Scry is a little bit of extra juice, and it's pushed them into playability where normally they were unplayable. So this black 1-drop, I think, is great in this format. A little bit of card advantage, a Thraben Inspector kind of impersonation.
I'm looking at the Mana War here. This vehicle that chucks a permanent back into your opponent's hand, or into your hand. There's a lot of cards that you want to return to your own hand here. But Damon's looking at the 1-drop in red. Taxes a 2/2. Very powerful. I think the Mana Wall might be the pick. Just because it can activate its own water bending ability. I've never been able to play this.
Submersible's really good.
I think that's not the 1-drop, that's the Fire Sages. So it's a 2-mana 2/2 with 5 bending, and you can pay 3 mana to put a +1 counter on it.
Oh, okay.
And that is a bit of a runaway.
James,
if you remember in
if you wanna
Bloomburrow,
talk to
that
me,
1
you're
mana
here.
lizard,
Yes.
this
Oh
is
my
kind
gosh.
of the...
It gets bigger and bigger, it just doesn't stop.
Yeah. But it looks like he likes a submersible. Damon
Yep.
loves drafting creature removal spells.
Mana Wall, living on the road.
I think this is actually something that's going to come up with this matchup against Sam. Damon loves drafting creature removal, and Sam loves drafting cards that are good against creature removal. We're going to find out if this is how things line up.
Alright, now this one-drop removal spell here
What's up?
has been very, very powerful. The reason I think why the removal spells have been getting more popular is that, well, the bombs are just that good. And they've got powerful
Nobody asked me about
EDBs, so they come
Subnautica.
down and
There's a
shrug it,
submarine
okay,
card.
but then you need to get rid of the thing. And Watery Grasp does that absolutely fine. There's a
If I'm talking
similar
to people, it's...
card in White, the
I'm commenting
effect
on
that
what I'm
also has
watching,
a
or I'm
pay
talking to
5
people in the
to
comments.
get rid of the creature. So you can sort of get rid of it on board and stop your opponent water bending or air bending, pay the 5, get rid of the card. Would be really happy with the Watery Grasp here, Damon too.
I've heard
Continue being-
Azula is very good here, that Damon's checking out.
So 4/3, fire bending 2. Whenever it attacks, you lose 1 life, but you get to create a clue, and you can use that mana straight away. So basically, kind of like in a Phyrexian Arena effect on the creature. But sticking with the blue card for now.
Yeah.
So picking up another creature removal spell.
Damon's told me so far that he really likes red-blue. I know that much. A lot of these players, I think, will be interested in the Jeskai colors. We'll be pretty happy to have sort of 2 pseudo-blue removal spells so far. Oh, is that a 5 mana create 2/2/2s? And we've got a 1/3 double striker.
I think so. That's my pull to the front.
Cunning
I don't think that's the
Maneuver.
token spell. I think that's just a big creature.
That's the +3/+1.
But he is pulling out some red spells, another creature removal spell.
Also,
Pacifism.
effect. Really overperforming so far.
So this
And the
combat trick
green Harrow,
he's
I
got
think?
at the front here. There was a variant of it in the Carl of Mana set that performed extremely well. This is a weaker version, but it may still be good enough.
Also looking...
So this is the
Green
flashback
card.
spell that earthbends based on the number of lands you have.
Yes.
So that is a really good spell to play in a longer game.
Is it just forests that it bends for?
It is just forests. Okay, so
This is very
Still-
interesting. So
still
this
great.
is where Damon, you can see him really prioritizing red-blue. And taking a trick this early, not something I would do, but something Damon might have a little bit of edge on us with.
So
The cunning maneuver is
removal
really,
spells
really
and a
good.
trick. No creatures in his pool
Look
so
at
far.
this. You get the signpost on comment here. Fantastic from Damon finding that the red-blue rain, red-blue
He would be
might
so
just
happy about
open.
that.
So it's an X3. Its power and toughness are equal to the number of non-creature, non-land cards in your graveyard. So something you want to play
Yeah.
with in your Lessons deck can get really big really quick. That Ward 1 being absolutely devastating for all the removal that you want to chuck at it.
Yeah, Dragonfly Swarm is a very good way to end the game. It is a little susceptible to removal, but otherwise it shrugs off blockers, and it's very hard to race as long as you pair it with lots of instants and sorceries.
Yeah, I
You
would
feel
be
that Damon
shocked if he didn't
has
take
found the
that.
lane he wants to be in. The question is he going to get cut? Are the people to his right going to stop him being...
The fact that he
red-blue?
got
And it doesn't
the
look like it. It seems like the
cunning
lane is
maneuver
like somewhat
indicates
shaped
that
up.
he's probably not going to get cut on
Yeah, I'm
red
not
at
sure
least,
how
and
much
blue's
blue
been
we've
pretty
been
good.
seeing coming around.
Right, we have a koi. Oh, this is some decent white in this pack with the Warriors. Koshi Warriors being a very powerful 3/3 with a 1 to boot, a 1/1 to boot.
Yeah, that is a card that matches up extremely well against creature removal.
Yuyan Archers,
The
by way,
flyers
in the
really...
stats has been putting up great numbers. I think
Oh,
that
no,
makes
that's tail.
him
That's
very
the...
handy. There's a lot of really powerful flyers coming out of the red white deck, and this just kind of shoots him down really well. Also gives you a bit of card selection. Question is, does he want to stay the red path? Does he want to speculate on white? Also, there's a nice blue flying card at the back there, the 1/4, the
Yeah.
the glider. I'm looking at. Draws and discards a card, gives it card selection. Also checks counters on.
It's a very slow card.
Absolutely. Settles for the Warriors.
Yeah.
He's not going to get locked in. Staying a little bit open here. He's not greedy. Could easily be blue-white. But
Taking
again,
the 3/3
just
that makes a
colors
1/1 is also
very
just,
important.
yeah, completely fair.
Nice fixing. It's back. Oh, there's
All
no
right,
game
let's move me
Look
out
at
of the
that
way
from
of this
Damon.
pick
It would be
list.
so easy to cement yourself in red-blue here. and he just sees, no, don't have to be red-blue. And
Let's put me up here.
That maybe with that late Warriors, that white was open. Now picking up one of the best uncommons in white, probably the second best uncommon, maybe behind the removal spell. It's quite close though.
I do like the lesson with the uncommon if he's going to branch into 3 colors.
Yeah, he's kind of been like,
you want ways to protect it, and cantrips.
he's kind of like, I'm getting a big white signal.
More stuff to their hand. There's a bunch of stuff you can do with airbending lessons. Also, any of the draw tooth card stuff on one turn, airbending lesson switches that all on.
Yeah. So talking about cards being good against removal, airbending you generally want to play it on big creatures or creatures that are cheap. So an expensive creature that's small is really good against airbending. And that's what cards like Kyoshi Warriors have going for them.
Also good to note that it does say non-lands. If you wanted to target some earthbending stuff, you are in.
No, that would be bastard.
No, we can't quite do that. But we can definitely get rid of the biggest thing on the opponents. Or redo your enter the battlefield effects. Now, the how to start a right to the front.
I would be surprised if this made it into his deck, but he is looking at it. I mean, this would represent a big pivot in his strategy.
Absolutely. So he hasn't taken too many.
Because there's not like a hugely important
that gives +2/+0
white card or a blue card.
Okay.
This is just
Interesting there. What do you think of that?
So these trumpet blast type effects, there's kind of 2 approaches to them. You can go really wide with tokens, and that requires you to be really fast or have incredible volume. Or evasive creatures are a much easier way to do it. Less explosive, but more reliable.
Hey Richard, what card do you think's open at this table?
Oh my gosh.
Well,
is he going to pivot? Because the blue card here is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I would say there's a lot of green cards, but I think only one of them is good. And that can be a bit of a false signal.
Yes. Octopus form, again, the bombs in the set, if you can protect like your X3 flyer with ward, they pay the ward, you just give the hexproof, it can be an absolute blowout. So Damon, again, really prioritizing that. I feel like there's going to be one really good green drafter at this table who's going to end up with a solid green deck though.
Maybe that. So I rate that ostrich pretty high, but earthbending lesson seems horrendously bad.
Yes, Damon loving the Jeskai land here. Also to keeping an eye on Zuko there.
Yeah, there are a bunch of 3-color rares that are worth stretching your mana for.
Snowball is here. Been underperforming a little bit. It's a tappy tap card. The format seems to be going a bit too long to want to put stun counters on things. Firelord Zuko though, powerful card, hard card to play.
Yeah.
Find yourself in Mardu. I'm not sure if anyone's in the 3-color pairs at this table yet.
And I think Zuko's not that amazing as a 3-color card.
Not worth the
He's not really a reason to
Barrel of
splash.
Blasting Jelly, this has been getting rave reviews. It's fixing and a removal spell.
And all your water bending.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
So
I'm amazed that that's made
it
it.
up here, and if he is playing a 3-color deck,
so he's already got
so
one
is
land.
that the mass airbending upper?
That is when
That's the rare one.
Enters, I think you get flying, I believe.
Yeah.
And you can airbend behind creatures.
Jump some stuff.
Oh, very late blue card. Oh, it's a Tiger Shield.
That's
I
why.
thought it was going to be a boomerang to start bouncing
Farm
stuff,
animals
but
is
no.
not
Tiger Shield, you have to do it 2 times,
bad.
a bit loose.
Yeah,
It's
I
been
guess I
putting
would
up
take it
results in
there.
Constructed at least.
Damon, happy to take a sideboard card in the form of a bit of artifact enchantment removal. Oh my gosh, what a gift. More fixing.
Amazing.
He can play 3 colors here. We're playing
Unbelievable.
There's no doubt about it. Wow.
And lots of people saying black is pretty bad in this format, so the black card's coming around late. Not a reason to move into black.
We're at the dregs here, so if Damon can get anything relevant like that land, alright, it's fine.
Alright.
It's another sideboard card. If anyone wants to try and play a busted artifact here, they're going to be out of luck.
And
Side in a
depending
bunch
how
of-
things shake out with his creature count, he might just need some cheap creatures. Oh, that Prowess Flyer is a really good card.
It's not nothing. It's not nothing. I'm wondering if he'll make his final 23, but the card is real. So a signal there, by the way. It seems like someone might have taken a land from that pack just to say, hey, Damon, be blue. Already there, mate. I'm right there with you. So I wonder.
So he's
if the
looking
person
blue-white
casting,
currently,
which this is Andre at this table,
with
is
maybe
actively
splashing for
those,
the dragonfly.
Bulgari colors. It's sort of like green
I
and
would
red.
guess that Andre picked a spell and Sam was the one who took the land out of the pack.
I'm notorious for taking all the full-art lands at the table, despite multiple prizes being on the line.
But also, not every pack in this set has a basic.
It's true. What replaces the basics, Richard?
The non-basic tap lands.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
So the fixing will come above.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Basic
if that was a
basic.
pack with a dual land in it, then it would make sense for him to get a spell last pick.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's pretty locked into blue-white, possibly splashing red for the uncommon. He's only got 2 white cards he wants to play, but they are very good. And it looks like... So not playing 3 colors for the sake of a gold card, but just playing 3 colors because he needs to mesh these different effects together for his strategy.
Should be noted that, and maybe it's just how I play the game, but 2 of the red cards are tricks, or as you said, the trumpet blast effect, and not something you really want to splash for. Definitely want something in your main deck so you can curve out and play it, but to splash for something like that, he could get in a position where he picks up enough fixing that he is just 3 colors, but I think he's much more likely to be in blue-white.
Yeah, well, the rate on the pump spell is pretty bad, but as splash cards go, at least it's something that if you can't cast it turn 3, that's fine. You can drag things out a little bit, especially if you're doing it with evasive creatures. Then there's not so much of a requirement to cast it early.
Oh,
this is a sick
my god.
He's got Aang in there as well.
Oh, Aang or Katara. Aang's so good.
Look, you're gonna take that Katara here.
Yeah,
sure.
it's...
And then
Katara's insane.
Light, which is a bit worrying, but wow. An absolute fantastic opening.
Yeah, Katara's like a 62% card. That's insane.
Good, because again, it could have been so easily for him to go into red-blue, but he saw that white could be open, he speculated on it, and you look at this and you think, well, of course he's going to win, he just opened one of the best roads for his deck. No, he crafted this spot for himself. He's made his bed, and now he can just have a nice relaxing snooze.
Now I may lie in it.
Yeah, this Katara is a certified bomb, takes over the game by itself. He will want to play a couple of extra creatures to really get it going, but you don't have to go too crazy.
This is the kind of bomb...
Now you play it with the farm animals. Gain a bunch of life, turn your 1/1s into massive monsters.
Stuff, which is still insane. But
excuse me.
Yeah, you really need the ammunition to shoot down Katara as quick as possible.
Oh,
I love the protector here, by the way.
The defender creature?
Yes. Or no, it doesn't have defender. It still attacks, but it can sacrifice to be indestructible. Really nice.
That one, yes.
So when they go try and kill that Katara,
really?
Interesting looking at
it's
the Ascension
not...
here, though. It'll quench you. I think it's been overperforming because of all these chunky bombs, all these 3-color allies where your opponent has to tap out for them. Turn 5. It'll quench you, just negates that so well. So it's got a few options here. Looking at the Ascension.
Yeah, the Quench I'm a little skeptical of, as he's playing more of a sorcery speed game. The Ascension, I can see the vision.
Ascension is bad. Ascension's quite bad.
It doesn't look like it's there yet, though. I'm trying to think, does he have any flyers? So I haven't seen any first time.
So he's got the prowess flyer, and he's got the uncommon.
Okay, yes. None of the commons yet, though. I wonder if we can get some gliders.
I think I would take Quenchia.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
This card just always overperforms, especially in a format that seems to be going a little bit slower than we used to.
He's also, because he's in blue, he really, like, he values lessons more than normal. Because he can potentially get the 2-mana draw 3 lesson.
What do we have now? Oh, there's decent.
Oh, you love to see a pacifism.
Another source of token generation. And an island tribal card, if he wants to push into a, 10 islands type of deck.
Now, considering he's got non-basics in his deck, I feel like he don't go full island, but I want to see.
Not looking at the pacifism.
Let's do it.
He's looking at the octopus form. That's interesting.
And that actually doesn't cut into your island count because you would be playing a plains in that.
Blue-red land.
Basic as well. Wow, this is a hard one. For me, I'm taking the pacifism. I'm taking the removal.
I don't. I think I'm taking the land.
White, blue, splash,
in this case. However, I think there's a way higher chance that I see anything. I wouldn't take the scroll, personally.
When your best card is something that works with creatures,
yes,
then
that
it can
is
matter.
True. That is true. So it makes a creature.
So you're picking up the waterbending scroll here.
I mean,
fascinating. Oh, what a pick! I would have never thought, but if anyone can make it work, it's Damon. So how heavy blue can he go?
And another instant speed sync works well with the
Glider Kid's instantly one of the best cards in the pack.
He's got a blue-red jewel here.
Wow, okay, so I like the jewel here, I like the glider.
I would have, it would have been really good to have taken the blue-red land so you don't feel pulled to it here, but the glider's just so good.
Is something that his deck is actually pretty light on, and if he puts it in his deck, he's exposing himself to removal more.
Oh.
Absolutely. I mean, imagine trying to stop this if they just quench it.
It's just Glider Kids.
If this is the first big creature you play, out of here.
Yeah.
You want to be surrounding it with other juicy targets to just try and burn through all their removal.
Top of the curve, right? So I feel like Melandy, but no, he values the ally. So maybe he's thinking, I've got the Katara. Any other way to find it, and I'm just so sweet. He's kind of leaning into the allies archetype here, David. We have a bad removal spell.
Master
He keeps on
Piento.
bringing this
Really?
one drop
I guess
to
it's a
the
4/4.
front,
It's a
thinking better of
defending
it.
first striker,
A nice
which I mean
defense.
does make it impossible to attack
I do
into.
like the Fire Nation cadets. I think it's a lot of mana to be getting,
I understand not
and
attacking with it,
the
not
thing
getting
with
the
Fire
Fire Nation
Bending
connects
is,
though,
at first
because
blush it looks like it's hard to spend the mana, but the
Yeah.
actual bottleneck is there aren't many cards that have big fire bending numbers.
Right, okay. And this is a card that kind of switches everything else on. Also just attacks as a 2/2.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fine.
It's a 1-mana creature that makes 2 mana a turn, if everything lines up.
Not an ally, important to note at the moment.
okay,
Yes.
not taking the
I
abandoned
believe
attachments.
The 4/4 gets the white 5-drop can get other types.
Oh, really?
Maybe. It also looks quite a few cards deep, so I think you don't need a huge density. 4 cards, ally, equipment, or lesson, and he's got a couple of lessons.
Alright.
Fated Firepower is brutal if he wants to go
Oh,
that
this is
Rare
way.
enchantment.
I'm gonna read this.
Spend a bunch of mana, and your burn spells deal more damage.
Oh,
Right, the enchantment enters with X fire counters on it. Okay, I see. Flash as well, which is kind of weird from that one.
Yeah, it is
Fire
really good with
breathing
burn
it.
spells. I don't think he's got any burn spells yet.
no, because it's
And
all
a
sources.
hell of a card to cast in a 3-color deck with triple red. It's certainly ambitious. And it does work with firebending. That is a nice wrinkle to it.
Yeah.
Producer Dom seeing the angles that we don't see here.
There are a couple cards that use... Oh, this land is so funny.
This is the firebending full land, right?
Yeah.
So essentially, if
It
you
taps
line
you
everything up, it taps for 2 mana. Which is actually kind of sick.
I've had
Yeah.
it be relevant for my opponent. They've gotten me with it once, twice, but you look. I mean, for the most part, it's just a red land. Occasionally it can be a bit worse. Occasionally it can be a bit better. Looking at the
But he's
removal
got-
spell.
Yeah, so this other removal spell...
Yeah, that's the
Lots
real
of red
thing.
cards he's looking at.
Yeah, Boomy Bash.
Very much angling for a 3-color deck. And something about reading signals in draft, you can ignore the signals in pack 2 because they're not going to be present for pack 3. And if the person next to you is on your left is in your colors, that's not your problem.
They
Yeah.
made a mistake.
Yeah.
Gran. Also a card that's been putting up the numbers online.
Performing pretty well.
So what do you reckon is the best part of Gran? The draw discard or the all things cost one less?
I think the looting by far.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely
Good discount.
loading.
Yeah, I've never seen
Absolutely.
it be relevant.
Just get some advantage off your bending. Draw into what you need.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this kind of card filtering, it can functionally put you up 2 or 3 cards, which is a hell of a lot to get from a 1-drop.
Also, discard those lessons, make the rest cheaper. Alright. Okay, here's a little pet card of mine. This card I don't think is great, but I love the captain. I've given my team +1/+1 so many times.
Yeah.
Damon has kind of moved into red blue.
He is very good.
Kind of found a place there.
Yeah,
And this
I would
allies
absolutely.
card makes 2 allies, makes multiple bodies, goes great with Katara.
Yeah, the rate on it is pretty bad, but it fits his synergies, which is exactly the kind of thing you pick up later in the pack.
Damon timing is run very well, picking up things when he needs them. And the black is flowing.
Best combat trick is back.
So in this position, I'm thinking maybe I'm losing
Getting the cunning maneuver this late really puts a little spin on how early he picked it
Like a
initially.
wicked collar, some fantastic rares though in the form of the drill. There's a massive vehicle that can do a lot of damage. So if it comes together, it can be really good. But the commons sometimes are lacking. Oh, more cadets.
It's back again.
Wow.
Here we go.
I mean, this is like a sick build around, so if you are going to play it, you're going to play a lot of it.
Yeah.
How much value is he going to get out of? Because if he goes cadet, can you just play that enchantment for X equals like 3 or something on turn 3? That sounds like it could be a powerful play.
If the enchantment does anything in his deck. I guess it is all sources. So it's
Cadet,
not just
cadet.
Creatures, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything
And then
just
he
gets
needs a 1-mana
2
lesson.
damage. Cadets do double it.
Yeah, it is a pretty sick rare actually.
If there's any
And
way
then
I
he's
can make
got
this work, I reckon
3.
Damon has big
4,
dreams for
5,
this, and they might just come
6,
through with
7.
them. And he did get the basic land this time, so there you go. But it is an island, you can use it in his deck.
So it looks like pushing more into blue, red, splashing white.
Splashing Katara, maybe. You can see him putting down all the white commons. But, yeah, Katara allies with, you know, some pretty powerful spells in between. I'm wondering if this, draw cards artifact, this, Island Matter card will come into play. It's going to be hard to play a lot of islands when you've got so many cadets. You really want to have probably more red sources than blue, just so you can hit your 1-drop on time.
Or
Yeah, he might also just be playing it in a deck that's not heavy blue and just overpaying for the effect because he needs it. I mean, yeah, it's a source. It's a way to spend firebending mana.
So this Island's Matter card is a scroll,
It is a scroll.
and works great with firebending, I suppose. I assume you can do it at instant speed and use all your mana from cadets to just start drawing cards.
Yeah, or you could tap it to waterbend.
Oh,
Or
value.
you could draw a card with
Value.
earthbending.
Oh my gosh. It just keeps getting better every time I look at it. Oh wow.
that's
So not
gross.
much waterbending so far in decks.
1 mana
These
lesson
could
and
be-
2 cadets, and there's a bunch of 1 mana lessons.
Katara waterbend? What's
It can
waterbend?
X's
yeah.
4 on turn
Waterbend
3.
Activate everything. Yes, it does. Oh, yeah, does Katara waterbend?
That is a hell of a question.
Look, we don't actually know. But yeah, look, I feel that he's going to get a lot of value from his cards here.
Yeah, so these 1-drops are good against removal, which is an important hole for his deck to cover, because
Yep.
otherwise he's quite vulnerable to it.
All right, let's wrap it up. Can he open another
Another
Jeskai?
Katara.
Another
Oh,
Katara.
the white blue
Ang.
Ang.
The,
Bad Katara?
Jeskai Soccer. That would actually be the perfect card.
White blue Ang.
Oh,
Best
my
card
gosh.
in the set.
Prowess, it's back in Monastery Mentor, but goes a bit harder.
Yeah, I think it goes a bit less hard, but Monastery Mentor is plenty good enough. Oh, this is a
Oh,
fantastic
firebending
spell.
lesson, yes.
Spell.
This burn spell.
The Demolition Man in there.
Yeah, Combustion Man is pretty good.
Oh, put that to the front.
The different soccer.
I would
remember this one,
I'd
it's a
slam the
2/4, when it
firebending
attaches
lesson.
the creature,
No
you can
question.
activate it.
Nothing in
I
the
think
set.
one of
Nothing in the pack is better than that.
I'm actually passing on the removal spell if it was me. I'm looking at this soccer. I think soccer's just so powerful. There's so many ways to draw cards in this set, and they're all good.
That's
The
crazy.
waterbending lesson, soccer, the clues. Also, the 3/1 here, the Mechanist, also working off clues. So whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you create a clue. If this thing gets moving, not only do you get a 3/1 flyer out of the deal, plus a 1/3 blocker, you draw a ton of cards. Damon really pulling the removal spell to the front, but I'm really taking Sock here every time. But okay, that is removal spell. I think because he does want to be sort of base red, he does want to make sure he's got more mountains and everything. He's thinking about his cadets, he's thinking about his turf.
Yeah, turn 1 cadets, turn 2 firebend their blocker, and then make 2 extra mana, do some other stuff. I don't know what he's doing with 2 firebending mana, but you can see the vision there.
Judge there helping clean up the packs, doing a fantastic job.
Oh,
Pick 2.
yeah. The fact that he can go like
Another, I don't think he needs that many tricks, but a black card.
whoa.
This is some fine art.
Isn't UA good?
He's got aim. Oh, that is a very good pickup. 2/3, flash flying. Airbend, is that what I'm looking at?
I think it's the waterbending
it's not-
cost to flip it.
Okay.
Right.
He's also got the 2/2, and I know he's not in white, but I know.
I mean, a 3/3 flying vigilance for 4 mana is also good,
So-
but
Oh, this is.
it's
this is in
it's just like,
Moonstone.
you know, there's going to be other stuff
yes,
better than
the
it.
girl turned into the moon. That's the one.
That's right, buddy. All right. So look, I know he loves this 2/2. It's basically a Dustwatch Recruiter. You waterbend 5. You get a creature from your deck. Now, I was a bit lower on this in the beginning because I've missed off this before.
Nah,
And
this is
annoying
great.
when you miss. But the thing is, you can pass with the mana up, do your blocking when you need to, activate it, and it just gets you so much value. I mean, I think this was a pack where he might not play the water.
Importantly, it's also,
so much better than everything else. So
It's instant speed, so you can put firebending mana into the Water Stride
I
Ralia.
might just wheel. I might just come back. So take the power, stop that power from being at the table, and you might play it in the end if you get the fixing.
Yeah, you could also
Lightning
shift
Strike?
into more of a red-white deck. Not committed to.
Mess is
any
not
specific
really a
combo yet.
Messenger Hawk deck.
Lightning Strike here. I do love Messenger Hawk, but I had to turn down a good old-fashioned Lightning Strike. Just deal 3 damage to something, get it off the board.
Yeah, the Hawk is quite an expensive card. And Lightning Strike, I'm kind of sick of Lightning Strike variants being the best red comp in every set.
Everywhere. It's always happening.
Look, Lightning Strike is incredible.
But always a solid pick.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a good plan to just go 1-drop, 2-drop removal spells. That has been a default good strategy.
Would love if you could take Nomad Legacy, but it might wheel. Oh, they've moved the thing. I didn't notice.
He would like to find some creatures that push a bit more damage. Currently, he's got very small creatures. He's kind of lacking for 2-mana creatures.
I need to go down here.
Oh, here we go. More removal.
Yeah.
So interesting. Damon getting rewarded for passing up on those white pacifisms earlier. Because now he's just getting fed all the removal he wants. Getting rewarded.
Yeah, that's true. Demonstration. I would take the Firebending lesson, I think. Demonstration's good.
Yes, Iro's Demonstration. So it can deal 1 to every creature or 4 to 1 creature.
So great against the allies deck and great against any creature. I'm taking Iro's over the lesson here, but let's see what Damon prefers.
I think the power of shock in this format is so high that there's so many creatures that are small and normally good against removal, but the rate on it, it's for 1 in mana is an instant.
And Damon agrees and Damon knows.
It's also like Iro's Demonstration. You don't really want the first mode,
is he needs to get
whereas you very commonly want the first mode of Firebending lesson, and you even more commonly want the 5 damage.
Has some kind of long game.
Like it's just better.
Now this fixing is interesting because it's only fixing for lessons. He's got 2 flyers here in the form of the glider.
I think the land fixes for allies.
Oh, pardon me, is this the ally land?
Oh no, lessons and shrines.
Yeah, lessons and shrines. So probably not the fixing he's after. He wants
First time fly is just a really good creature though.
It does fix. It is also an unknown shores.
Oh wow! Okay, I see. So it does work for everything. We have to pay 6 mana for Katara now. That's not bad. First flyers though, with all the lessons he's picked up, this is always going to be a 2/3.
Yeah, I think this is a perfect card for
fantastic. 2/3, pardon me. Every one of these cards just gets better every time I look at them.
So he's got good 1 and 2 mana spells, creatures, and then he just needs to curve those into removal and run his opponent over. Unlike what I was previously saying about Damon, this is a deck that very much is about ending the game quickly. So we've got a flash equipment here, which is a weirdo for firebending stuff.
What's called Fireblades?
Twin Blades. Otherwise, another of this combat trick. I think this combat trick is a really good use for his firebending mana. It is kind of awkward to have so many copies of it, but
he's already got a lot of tricks. He's taken a lot of tricks, and I feel like he's going to need a creature count.
I think this will be his 3rd trick.
I do find that when we're drafting these days, there's so many good creatures, so much good removal. Often it's hard to play 2 tricks. I often try to find it hard to fit in those.
Cunning Maneuver making a clue is a big deal.
You're not going to cut your removal.
Like, I'm completely fine with that.
Maybe Damon favors this over his other tricks, or maybe he just wants to have a variety of options. Because I think he already had a copy of the other one. Oh, love a land here.
The land is pretty nice. Yeah, the thing I would say he's got the biggest weakness against would be other people playing removal spells like the Shock. So hopefully he's picked up all the copies at the table. Because that is a card that could single-handedly defeat him. So you've got another of this fixing land. I think just splashing Katara.
Is there any other white? He does have the 2/2 Duskwatch, the Ralliers.
Yes, that one's in there. I could see him playing the Kyoshi Warriors as well.
A Messenger Hawk. I gotta say,
honest work.
I love 3 cards.
Take the removal.
Big 3/2 flyer. It likes to beat down. Not great on blocks.
No, he wants to take the.
The games seem to be going longer, and his flying damage can really chip away. If you have like a turn 2.
You want to take the flyer, really?
Turn 3, he'll hawk. You're attacking for 5 a turn on turn 4.
Yeah, there's also the prowess flyer in this pack, but I think it's not as good a fit.
Okay.
The iguana parrot is.
I guess between all the clues he's getting, all the combat tricks.
Having just so he's currently got 2 creatures that can get up to a lot of power as a game ender, and that's enough. And he's more interested in having ways to draw extra cards and just generate resources in case he gets stranded by his opponent's removal. And Giant Koi could be a good fit. It's an effect that gets worse in multiples, so it's good to pick up the first one.
What I will say is that when I've played against this, I always need an answer for it. But I will say, by the time they get to 6 mana, I always have an answer. Like, you need to do something about it. It's going to hit you for 5 each turn, and it will end games. But by that point, you tend to be able to find your removal.
Yeah. But it does represent a bit of card selection, which is something that his deck needs. He's very light on that. And we've got another one of... Oh, this is the Archers, so this is also a bit of card selection.
Archers is great.
And not an
Excellent
ideal
defender.
threat because it matches up quite poorly against 1/1 creatures. And
great at shooting something out from the soft sky like a messenger book. Yeah, they don't like any mana being put.
there's a bit of blocking.
Would
Another
love
big
for
sign here.
Nomad Legacy to be playable.
Well, if you can pull off Secrets of Airbending, or Blood Bending, this is going to be fantastic. I don't think we'll see that.
No, this is the clone effect.
Pardon me, it's a clone effect. Never
Yeah.
mind. I'm excited about it. Can it happen? No.
I think the clone effect could be kind of sick here. He's got a lot of small creatures,
Oh,
so turning it into a
that's
4/4 is relevant.
Wow.
Water bending lesson right there. Draw 3.
What is that
And
doing
sometimes
here?
it is just a draw 3. Sometimes you just tap 2 creatures and with all his allies. He's really finding his lane here. Damon starts off sort of in blue-red, speculates on white, picks up a Kataria, and then is disciplined enough to just keep to his lane, stay in blue-red, and know they
Okay.
The last pick snowballers.
Don't think we'll be seeing that today, but look, I feel like you just watched a master draft. I feel like that was a tough one to navigate. Knowing what brand Jeff Guy you're in, it's extremely important. Very excited. Now, was it Ara's Intervention is the 4 damage card?
Yes.
I'm really curious about the Ara's Intervention over the Firebending lesson pick. I want to hear Damon's thoughts on why he would choose Ara's Demonstration, or why would choose Firebending over Ara's Demonstration, because they're similar effects. They can both do a little damage and do big damage. One hits the go.
They deal more damage.
Better.
The Firebending lesson.
He obviously really values taking out that 2-drop, as you said.
Mm.
But very curious. The instant speed.
There's
is also
not a
really
ton
nice,
of
though.
there's not a ton of
Yeah, that's
one
got
damage
reason to care
like
about that.
one toughness creatures around.
And there was another pick early on where he took Kyoshi Warriors over what was maybe a decent red card in the pack. Also curious to see why he wanted to speculate on white. It's almost like he knew that Katara was coming in. Some of the Magic players just have fantastic foresight, and they play the game like they're mind reading. And I feel like you get that impression with Damon. He just seems to know what's going to come up. The creature count is interesting because I see a lot of tricks. I see a lot of removal. Will he have enough bodies? I guess that's the question. Because you do want to make this Katara as good as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, key is that his deck is very good against blockers. So he will run out of creatures against removal spells, but against blockers, he can make those few creatures do the work.
Absolutely. Also, as you said, Kyoshi Warriors, very splashable, and that's 2 bodies right there. Fixing also been very impressive in this set. So he has at least 3 lands, and then he's also got the artifacts that's going to help him filter his mana a little bit.
Yeah, and it's a pretty light splash of white. He's got a little bit of card filtering to get rid of his uncastable spells.
Okay, well, that was Damon Meredith drafting an absolute 10 out of 10 deck right there. He's got his removal, he's got his bomb, he's got his fixing.
Yeah.
Jeskai coming into this was
Really,
where
really
all these
good.
players would want to be, and it seemed like the lane was open enough, and he took advantage of that. Very excited. We'll talk to him in a bit about his decision making, what he thinks is powerful in the set, where he was hoping to be compared to where he is. But very comfortable position for him to be in, I think.
Yeah, this is pretty in his lane. He's got creatures that are pretty good pretty good at closing out the game. He's got plenty of creature removal. We'll see what Sam's
I tried
picked
to
up.
move myself.
If Sam is piling on the creature removal himself, we might see that.
What's going on? Is it me or is it them? Oh no.
mess up Damon's plan. But if he's relying on blockers, and I think Sam is more the type to be about blocking, then that'll do poorly against Damon.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no, I'm blocking the sponsors. Now I'm blocking the Sam. Oh dear. Oh no. Rip stream. Oh no. That's pretty good. I'm excited by that. First round, we get to see Damon versus Sam. We're cheering for Sam. Sam, Sam. I didn't shave my beard today. I should have done that. I should have trimmed. Show me things. Oh, unbelievable. Whatever will we do without stream? Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Now it's staying up. Add more chrome. Do some drafting while we wait. Down here, fool. Get smaller. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Big cuts. There we go. Pretty good. Like, draws a ton of cards. This guy's great. I love him. A hybrid deal a bunch of damage. On cast is really, really good. Do we see if we can get shrines? I love Glider Kids. It'll Quench is fantastic. Let's not take the rare. We'll do a draft sim draft without rares, because that's always fun. So we'll take Jet. We'll see where we go. All right. Would have been really happy about taking the if I was thinking about taking rares, but
good morning, and we're here with Damon Meredith. How are you, Damon?
We're back.
I'm going great. We're drafting. We're having fun.
Drafting.
I'm here with the second PT qualified commentator. You're
And I'm here with the returning champion of the Magic Mates Cup, Damon Meredith. All right, we just watched your draft, and I was talking to the camera before saying, look, it looked like three picks in, you've taken a blue card. taking a blue card, and then you get blue-red card, and you're like, fantastic, blue-red, let's go. And then you start to dive into white, and I'm thinking, oh, that's interesting. And then we talk about this with some of the better Magic players. It's almost like they can see into the future. Because you open your second pack and we see Katara there. I'm like, how did he know? How did he know?
How did he
What
know?
made you get a sense that perhaps he wanted to be in white for this draft and maybe push a little bit, not completely away from, but a little bit away from Izzet?
Yes. So I was definitely, when I saw that third pick blue-red card, I was like, okay, this is a pretty good sign. Kind of goes with what I want to be doing. But I wasn't locking in at that point. And I think this card we've got on screen now, Kyoshi Warriors, is the pick that made me just want to be open to the possibility of white. I think I got that 4th or maybe 5th pick, and in my view, that's probably the best white common, or if not, maybe the second best white common. Does exactly what white wants to do, go white, and then directly after, and so I was picking that over a 2-mana 3/1, I believe, which would be fine in the deck, and I think is actually fairly decent in the deck, but it is not by nowhere means the best red common. Right. So
yeah.
I figured I could put a few picks aside just in case. Blue-white is also a very good place for the Submersible, which I first picked. Yep. This card, for instance, makes multiple bodies, makes water bending, make the second card I picked as well, the removal spell, makes that better. Especially since the next pack I was looking for how much red was coming, and in that after the Kyoshi Warriors, I picked up an airbending lesson, which again is like one of the top white cards.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
how did he know it was coming? It's
so
like,
how did he know?
I think in my mind, in fact, because opening the Katara as well, which I think is one of the best rares in the set, I was like, okay, well, I've barely got any red that I want to play.
right.
So then I was more like, probably straight blue-white, not even splashing this Dragonfly Swarm, which I picked up. And I do regret not picking those dual lands, the blue-red dual lands, because it turns out that red was pretty open from at least one direction.
Yep.
But you did get a fair amount of fixing. I was going to ask you, before you entered the draft, was there a preference? I know you can draft anything. I know that you've drafted every color in every form. Was there a preference? Is there somewhere you wanted to be before you started?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to be in either blue or in red. I think those are the kind of polar ends of the format. Funny, because I ended up drafting blue-red. But I think if you want to be aggressive, red
Still
has
stop
the best
James from
tools. It's
randomly
got
walking
the
on
best
the
cheap
camera.
removal spells, it's got the best cheap creatures.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Fire Nation Cadets at some point.
I haven't talked to him.
And also blue, if you want to go controlling, has the best card draw, has some of the best late game. So I really wanted to be one of those two colors. Didn't really care what I paired it with. But this Fire Nation Cadets was kind of moving me back into red. This was the point where in the draft I seen
That's
one of
fine.
them. I saw a bunch of blue-red duels. I saw a Fire Nation Cadets, and after I'd taken a card, I was kind of kicking myself for not taking the Fire Nation Cadets. I picked the second one that I saw, and this first one wheeled, which is crazy. I think this is.
That's when your mind goes, oh,
This
it's
is like,
open.
yeah,
I can do it. I can do the thing.
This is the thing that people want to be doing. If you treat this card correctly, it is basically a soul ring. You need to spend 2 mana instant speed.
Yes.
But if you do this on turn 2, you play less and it stacks as a 2/2. And then, for instance, this busted card that
We were
got
talking
handed
about
to me.
this. So we were talking about, can you go cadet, turn 3, X equals 3 on attacks, have everything deal what, like 4 damage each? Like you smash them for 8?
Yeah, I haven't played it yet. I've seen it played and it looks really strong. It's a very good place to put your firebending mana. I really needed, going into pack 3, I really needed lessons. And so I was very happy to pick up another firebending lesson. I think I got a waterbending lesson super late.
Oh, we couldn't believe it. It was like 3 cards left in the...
Yeah.
Like,
so just another lesson to be able to pick up.
It seems like blue was very open for you. I was actually going to talk to you about firebending lesson, because you had a pack with both Aro's demonstration and firebending lesson. One of them is a sorcery that goes better against perhaps the ally situation. One of them can kill a 2-drop and at instant speed. Why did you prefer the firebending lesson?
Partly because firebending wants you to have instant speed waste. So that was a big consideration. The efficiency on 1 mana to kill a creature versus 2 mana. Again, if you're in like a low curve aggressive deck, every mana counts. The Aro's demonstration I think is a very good card and I would have taken it, but it's more, I feel like it's even more sideboardy and I really needed main deck material. Like I'd always play this in my main deck, by the way, but like it has that niche application, as you say, of wiping out a bunch of 1/1s. But I just needed critical mass of lessons, ways to spend mana at instant speed, and firebending lesson being so flexible. You know, kill a small thing, kill a big thing. The only thing it misses out from RO's demonstration is it doesn't have the 1 damage mode, and I can live without that.
Yeah. Also, you seem to be in the colours that want to go wide anyway. And I was going to ask you about your creature count. Is there any point in the draft you were worried about your bodies? Because we're looking at Katara and how to maximize it.
Yeah.
And I know from playing against
Oh,
Katara, I've
okay.
beaten it just by killing all the bodies around it.
Yeah.
And hitting them with a card that doesn't do much on its own. Were you concerned about your creature count at any point in the draft?
I definitely was thinking about it, and I think there was a pick right near the end where there was a lesson, like another shore up, and the 2 mana 3/1. I just needed a creature. I kind of knew I needed a creature. I haven't actually counted it out. But yeah, certainly I needed enough fodder for all of my combat tricks that I picked up, and then removal spells. So it's a fine balance. I think it just got there. I think the deck would have been better with another blue-red duel, maybe 2. As it is, I picked up. We can bring it up on screen because I did pick this Water Tribe Rallier.
Oh, I was going to think about this.
A lot of things. I think this card is cracked. It's like Duskwatch Recruiter, but if you didn't have to pay mana to activate the Duskwatch Recruiter, it basically finds every single card in your deck. It just draws them. It's fine on the splash because in the late game, it's still a powerful sync.
So I should put up my hand up and say, Damon and I were talking about this on Monday. I went to a pre-release. I had this card in my deck. I tapped all my stuff. I looked at the cards and I missed. And then I tapped all my stuff and looked at my card again. I hit. Couldn't play it because I tapped all my stuff. This is not sorcery speed, people. This is instant speed. I was like, Damon, why are you playing that card? That card's rubbish. And he's like, dude.
I drew my whole deck.
I'm playing every... It's all in my hand now. I win. So, yeah, I'm biting my words on that one a bit. But that brings me to the question. Are you going to splash more than just Katara? Are you looking to play more of these?
I would like to play as Water Tribe Rallier if I can, if the mana justifies it. It's also another creature, which, again, I might need the creature count. It's sort of awkward in that it also wants more creatures in the deck, and I think I'm going to be slightly creature light in this deck, because I've got so many combat tricks and removal spells. But it's another way to spend firebending mana, too.
I was going to ask you about this, because I find that Magic is getting so powerful where we have so many powerful creatures and so many good removal spells that sometimes the tricks... it's hard to play more than one trick in a deck. My first question is, how many creatures before you want that trick? And the second question is, you took a trick very early. How much do you value those?
I haven't actually had a chance to play with Cunning Reaver yet. I think it looks really strong. It does work very well with the 1/2s, which is a very good stat line to put +3/+1 on.
Absolutely. Yes.
It gives you the fight. Every time it attacks, if you have the lesson, you either crack the clue, you get to cast it for free. I think it's very strong. 3 is pushing it, but this is definitely the kind of combat trick that I could see running.
Yeah.
I love the idea of Grand being a cunning
maneuver. Yes. she'll be flipping all over the place.
That's Damon Meredith drafting a very good Jeskai deck. We're gonna go over now.
All right. There we go. Had to run and be a parent. Oh. Think we're doing deck building now? So we want... While we let everybody deck build, let's jump into some arena. Da-da-da. All right. Don't know how long they're going to be, probably a couple minutes at least. How long do you need to do your deck building when you've drafted? 90 seconds? 2 minutes maybe? Check out dailies. What do we got? My poor computer chugging along. Ah. Boo. Should look at this deck a bit more. Might build it a bit more off stream though. Nah, I just play some 5 animator. Yeah. Ooh, interesting. So that's a guaranteed turn 4 Wrath. Unless we're interacting with it in some way. That would never happen. Cool, cool, cool. Cool. We have 1 Cavero left in our deck. 3 Beseechers are now bricks. This is why we play the Steam Core Scholar, so we can put something in the way. Yep. Oh. Brutal. Alright. Blocker. Alright, we need to survive this turn. If they have a Sheltered by Ghosts, we lose. Oh, thank God. Oh. We're okay. And we have a Cavero in deck, so we can beseech the mirror. One. Brutal. And then what do we want to copy? I reckon we copy the Halia, actually. Because then we get 3... Oh yeah, we get a bunch of life. Discard... Yeah, discard the Deep Cavern Bat. Return the Deep Cavern Bat to hand. I guess discard Multiversal Passage. Brutal. Absolutely devastating. Yeah. Turn 2, alternate turn 2, turn 4, 3 lands. It's not terrible. It's not the best. Mirror match. Mirror match. Mirror match. Mirror match. Oh no, white blue. Okay. Land bat. See if you want to counterspell this. Interesting. So you'd rather spend removal on it. This does let me see your hand, though. Huh. You don't have any of that. Interesting. Oh, he ripped it off the top. Unbelievable. Okay, so we gotta go. You, put you in the bin. Yes, it was. Bin. Yeah. Ultimates are a big deal. We're gonna play through those. We're back.
A bit of delay in opening the packs and getting started here.
Hello.
This is, recorded as per the player meeting as they go through stuff, but you did get a good look at Sam's draft.
I did.
Don't spoil it.
No,
but
no spoilers.
What do we got in store?
Some tough decisions for Sam. Obviously, you and I know Sam quite well.
Yeah.
We know what he prefers to draft and what he does not.
That's true.
And I think you're going to find
We get to see Sam's draft. That's awesome.
Sam had an interesting time battling his own preferences here.
Was that a preference?
Oh no, did Sam have to draft red,
the
white?
Colors red or white or no?
No spoilers.
Okay. Well.
Let's just say the look on Sam's face when he went over to deck build was not one of a happy man.
All right.
But I think all things considered, from watching the draft, some very good picks, some interesting decisions, and we'll go through those as they come up. And it was interesting because obviously I was standing behind him watching, so I was able to see what was happening around him too, in terms of what other people were drafting and where he was most open. So, you know, let me know once we get through it a bit what you think the people either side of him were most likely in. I think would be interesting. I can actually give you a confirmation on that.
Okay. Well, they're still reading out things to the players, and we're still holding the first pack expectantly, hoping to flip that bad boy open and see exactly what's going on. But you know, we can peek into the future a little bit and see that Sam's probably going to pick Enter the Avatar state.
Yes.
Maybe.
And I don't know whether this is indicative of how good or how bad his first pack was.
It's a good card.
It's a great card. I do think it's first pickable in a slightly weaker pack, but I don't think you're unhappy having it in your deck, that's for certain.
No, it's a
Excellent.
100%. And I mean, I haven't drafted a whole lot of this format, so I'm not a huge expert on what you should or shouldn't be first picking. But I mean, I wouldn't
But you're a
mind it.
YouTuber, Adrian.
What do we got here?
So I believe that's Firelord Zuko. Then we've got the blue-black uncommon signpost as well sitting in there. I really like that card, and I actually think it's quite first pickable. It's quite a powerful card. We also have the green-black jewel.
Oh, Firelord Azula.
Azula, sorry, not
Ooh,
Zuko.
Firelord Azula's insane.
Really good card.
Does commit you to some colors.
It does commit you to being in 3 colors straight away, which, you know, not really what you want to do at the start of the draft.
No.
Maybe if you're already in 2 of those colors, you'd do that, but yeah, so Sam obviously looking heavily towards the mono white cards here.
Oh yeah, we've got Longfang as well. So okay, doesn't spend too much time on the other cards. Is decided that yep,
No.
Enter the Avatar state is what he wants.
Yep. Yeah, Sam was very, very
You
quick
gonna
to
get
just
that
try
out of
to
your
slide
hand?
out a few cards out of the pack that
Oh.
he obviously is really inclined to, and I think he's trying to keep himself pretty open, just to not go too heavily into two colors straight away, which is a very Sam thing to do.
This is true. Okay, so second pack here. We've got Katara, I think.
Yep.
Mono blue Katara. And a couple lands, green cards, red cards. Okay, so second pick, rare land, often rough to see.
Well, I believe that's the unblockable tunnel. Really good with the earth bending, and I was interested to see whether Sam would go into that because it doesn't really commit you to any colors, but I mean, you know, the white doesn't give you any earth.
Yeah, and also like picking up just a color source as your second pick.
Yeah, it's not great.
Not amazing.
But yeah, he seemed pretty keen on this team avatar as well, which is a good card. But
Is
yeah,
it?
I was
guess.
wondering whether he'd go towards that. No, he decided to go for the team avatar.
Okay, stay in white, that's fine.
Yep.
Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gets plus X. So kind of like a big, what if everything had exalted?
Pretty much. Yeah, except X where it gives everything exalted for you, which is a pretty nice card in an aggressive deck. As we did talk about though, Sam does not particularly enjoy red white, so interesting sort of foreshadowing there, I guess. But yeah, as you can see here, Basing Say. So you know,
Basing Say is
so
really
interesting, the fact
good
that
for going
they've had the
late.
unblockable land plus Basing Say to earthbend onto it continuously.
That's a good point. It
Which-
does seem like a strong land on its own right.
Yeah, 3 mana, earthbend 2. Totally.
Whatever you want on
Yeah.
a land.
Yeah,
Basically impossible to interact with.
Yeah.
Not bad.
yeah, good card.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Yeah,
Yeah.
if he goes to this, it
Yeah.
seems strong, and you know it's early days. Sure, we picked up a couple of white cards. What's a green card? And a land.
Yeah,
at
he's
that.
Hey, it's a land. It's not free, but it's definitely you know, a lot easier to just throw into your deck and just
Oh,
be like,
yeah.
okay, I have a couple of green sources if I'm splashing or something like that. It doesn't hurt.
And when your mana base can do work for you, I mean, you take that.
Yeah.
It feels like a free pick.
Um,
Okay, we've got a few more green cards. We're starting to look at green cards. We're starting to look at white cards.
we've got another.
Another enter the.
Enter the Avatar state.
Yeah.
A foil enter the
Foil
state,
Avatar, yeah,
Which
yeah.
means you get to cast 2 copies of it. That's how that works.
Exactly.
But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he picks it here, and he does.
He does. Yes.
So okay, we're pretty, pretty creature light on the picks so far.
Yes.
He's got Enter the Avatar.
Well,
Enter
Basing
the
Say
Avatar
is a
state.
creature in a way.
It is a creature in a way. It is true. So yeah, we've got 2
If you
Enter
win.
the Avatar states. We've got a team avatar, and we've got Basing Say. So not a creature to be seen if you count Basing Say
True.
as
So we have,
maybe we can count that as a creature.
this is what I was saying. Yeah. So Fire Lord Zuko now in the pack.
Okay.
That's why I thought it was Fire Lord Zuko before. So you know,
Those
another
white
triple
cards,
color.
those green cards, energy bending, compassionate healer.
Creature for him, 2-drop, good card, gains your life, scries you 1 when it attacks. Seems okay. It's not ideal this early in the draft to get
No.
something of that power level, but if Sam's looking to put himself into white,
Yeah, okay.
maybe cutting that seems fine. Because it's a solid card.
So,
I don't
picked up
know.
the first creature, 2-drop, common 2-drop, gain some life, scry some things when you tap that 2-drop. Maybe do a little bit of water bending
Yeah.
to make that a little bit better for you. So we've got Arpa, we've got Ranger red and the blue cards. Has pulled a red card to the front. Looking at Arpa as well. I mean,
That's pretty
the
good, but you need
Freedom
something
Fighters
big
are
to
not
attack
bad.
alongside it.
Hasty 2/1 that comes with a friend, not bad.
Very good card. The interesting thing to note too is we haven't seen many white X dual multicolour cards come through so far. Most of them have been in the other colours. We do see he picks the Freedom Fighters here.
That's wild spec for me.
Yeah.
I have to say, not as experienced with this format as Sam is, but I wouldn't have thought that the red free drop would beat out all the other cards in the pack.
No,
and
it's good.
also be a valid choice to switch over from like a
Path is really good there.
light green thing, or maybe he's just keeping his options open because not a lot of the cards in that pack are very good. Another white card. We've got pacifism in Path to Redemption.
It seems like a pretty easy pick here for Sam, considering how many white cards he's already picked.
Yeah, and not spending a lot of time looking at the rest of the pack. Probably just going to pick this.
Honestly, looking at the full art
That
land
makes
more
that
than
pretty
anything else.
interesting, though. Picking the red card then, at that point in fact when I was watching Sam, I thought he just conceded to the fact he just had to be red-white. And so I was like, okay Sam, you've identified that red-white is your seat, you'll probably like just go into that for the rest of the draft, and you know, you'll probably pick up a pretty decent deck that way.
Oh, the Magicians is good.
It seemed like he geared himself towards an aggressive style deck with, you know, the 2 combat tricks, the enchantment that gives you attacking.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
you know, that you're going, if you get low drops and you're attacking aggressively, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he's probably going to take.
That's
one of the
really good
Magicians here.
as a white
we
card.
Played that on the Draft Punks last week, and it's not a bad card at all, actually.
I watched you guys play it. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that episode.
2/5 is just a pretty decent stat block, but the amount of power that it spreads around your team is considerable.
Well, it always attacks as a 3/5 as well. So
Exactly.
like, it's a 2/5 blocker, but always a 3/5 attacker.
Exactly.
Rule Archers is good.
So more red cards coming. So yeah, it is dawning on Sam quickly that he's
So-
going to have to maybe be drafting red white. But that being said, that's a pretty clever pickup. Switching over to red, or at least picking
Yeah.
his first red card when he did.
Mm.
I don't think I would have picked a red card in that position as well. Okay, takes the
No.
Yuga on Archers, another 2-drop, Rummages, hard to not like it. It's a
Ooh.
good player in the game.
Deadly Precision this late is really good.
Is this no white cards, but we got one red card? Okay. Pick
I mean, the
red card.
Porcupine's kind of bad, is the problem.
That's what I was thinking at the time too. I was like, okay, maybe you just take the red card.
Yeah, gotta say
You
the
take-
Deadly Precision's
It
really
makes
good.
sense because also the white black deck, lots of little dorks.
True. And seeing the sort of like the Bone Shards card come around that late, maybe you're like, that's a signal. I should be moving over into black. I can see it.
Don't hate a fancy
Do you want to know
footwork.
how many people were drafting black at the table?
How many?
One.
One.
Oh,
And was it Sam? Okay. Okay.
There was
Oh,
like one
man.
other person splashing, but there's primarily one person who managed to just get all the black cards they could ever want,
yeah.
which was really surprising to me. You see, he gets the
Yeah, so it's, well, I
Confirmed
get it.
holders?
Yeah.
yeah, like some good black cards came really late in pack 1, and I think that may have messed a bit with Sam there. So interesting here. What would you pick? Would you pick the Fire Zuko, or would you just
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yeah,
Inspector.
it's
Yeah, the
You've
card
already-
It's an
Inspector's actually
Inspector.
Not bad.
But
The
you've already
Inspector.
kind of geared yourself to maybe be. You've already got like a good red card that produces tokens, so maybe
it's
going to that Mardu, try and get some fixing.
Oh,
would be a good
that's
idea.
rough.
He's not that heavy in red, so he could just have. I don't know. A
he
powerful
just
rare?
Yeah.
he's not
Yeah,
even
I
that
don't know.
powerful
I-
is the thing.
I have
Unless
say,
you have to
like,
be
Yeah,
airbending.
Firebending X is good, and it's like casting spells from exile, so it kind of like I don't know. I reckon.
No, it's bad.
He's
bad.
That's a good start for him, but
Yes.
the choice to not pick Firelord Zuko is fine. I think you're gonna be fine. You are not probably gonna be 3 colors. You're probably gonna want to be 2 colors.
That's true.
You would be 3 colors if you could pick up a good on color paired splash land or 2.
Yeah.
So
Interesting thing to think about too is the end of those packs. All 3 of those black cards are very playable cards too.
well, that's
Yeah.
why I think he's realized. Oh, okay.
Maybe I'm black white.
Maybe I'm black white, and there's no one drafting black at the table because I got all these decent black cards.
Very fair assumption to make, and technically a correct assumption. Is worth noting the only other person who's in black and heavy in black is Jin,
Right.
and he's to his left.
Okay.
So now
Ah.
he's being passed to by Jin.
So
okay,
now all of the black is going to
So-
disappear.
That I think is what kind of probably messed Sam around a bit here.
Well, let's see how pack 2 treats him.
Mm.
Little bit of a rough pack 1, I have to say.
It was.
You know, some not like, oh, here's my pack 1 pick 1 rare that I'm gonna
Slam.
like just know that I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna try and play it as much as I can and sort of
Yeah.
draft around a little bit.
No, it's a very
Okay, so
more.
the Earth
Oh,
King is here, which I
Earth
can only
King's
assume is
rough. Incredibly good, but he's
6/6
no
effectively,
green.
Stats alone is always pretty good.
Yeah.
When one more creature.
Take a Fire Nation Cadets over an Earth King.
Search your library for up to that many basic
Oh,
lands.
that's so
It's a good
rough.
card, very, very powerful. It's only a single green pip. He already has the Basing Saber
does,
Ember too,
yeah,
so he's
yeah.
incentivized to want to play green.
That's true. That's
Oh.
yeah, of course, yeah. I think
Two good rares?
certainly he picks it there.
Yeah,
Oh,
And the Fire Nation Cadets.
yeah.
That's
I
a
remember
hard
watching
call.
Your guys' video and you guys really hyping that card up, and I think I agree with you
Yeah.
guys that this card is potentially going to be a bit of a menace.
It is a 1-drop that is very strong. It's just
It's a 1-drop 2/2.
yeah, it's a 1-drop 2/2. I've heard it referred to as Soul Ring. So
oh, okay.
would not be surprised if the card ends up living to the hype. But he picks the green card.
He did pick the. Yeah, he did.
Picks
he
the
did
Earth
pick the
King.
Rare.
There's the Faded Firepower that we know he's not going to pick.
And what do we got?
Yeah, the Kyoshi Warrior is
more good green
pretty
cards,
good.
which was- Yeah, so it was interesting because Jim's other color was green.
Right. Well, I mean, you know, early
Path
early
is
in the
really
pack.
good.
Early in the pack, there was, this is only in pick 2. So obviously, yeah, there's going to be good cards left in the pack.
So Suki is in there. Wants to be in sort of the allies deck.
Yeah.
Wants you to go wide.
Yeah. Which is
I-
kind of set up to do a bit.
Yeah, I think he's looking at this pack and saying, you know, not super strong red cards, not super strong black cards, but there is
Good
big
wide.
enchantment, the big mythic enchantment. In there.
Yeah, it's interesting because,
Yeah, that's the line.
yeah,
So you're paying X and triple red, and if a source you have deals damage to a
permanent.
permanent controls, you're dealing that much plus the amount of damage. So probably good, but I don't know.
Oh, Wandering
Is
Musician's
the kind of
easy.
format where you
Easy.
can take a turn off, and
4 mana to get 1 extra power, is that good enough on attacks, on damage?
or do you like wait till turn 6 and play it as a 6-drop?
I mean, ideally, yeah, but in an aggressive format, maybe you just have to play it a bit earlier. I believe he took the hybrid green-white card there, which was
Oh yeah, Suki, yeah.
yeah, which I think was probably correct for him.
I agree.
Triple reds are pretty hard. You need to be
That's
pretty
true, and
mono
I
red.
think he has
Yeah.
exactly 2 or 3 red cards at this stage.
Yeah, and they're some of them. One of the scouts, was it the treetop?
Yeah.
They're good, but they're replaceable.
That's an
So six of
aggressive
Frozen Talon,
pick
which
to try and
equals
get into
to
green.
one. Fine card. Great card.
Wow. Okay. He's
Um,
really trying to cut.
And,
Problem
okay,
is
so
that trying to cut green
at this
doesn't do
stage,
anything.
We're feeling green white. I would
Yeah.
say we're almost feeling solidly green white. Picked up a good green rare.
Yep.
Picked up another good green rare in
Well,
Boston
Badgermall's pretty good.
as well. So
Got the green-white dual uncommons. That's a good card.
yeah, exactly.
So got
Razor
some
Rings
really
is
solid
good.
cards for the green-white deck. A more aggressive version by the looks of it, which is, I think is probably the better way to build green.
Oh,
Like trying to go big in this format can pay off, but there's quite a lot of removal I've noticed that can just deal with those problems for you.
Yeah, okay. So we've got Earth Kingdom Jailer here, which is an ETB exile.
Yep.
So
I mean, you've got to just take
pretty
that.
good. Only hits big things, so CMC 3 or greater. But
But a 3 mana 3
3
3
mana 3/3 that steals a thing, amazing.
Yep.
Great card.
great card. Sam's I think was very happy to see that kind of card here.
And it's an ally as well.
Yeah, just everything he could want.
I agree. And yeah, a little light on the removal so far.
Oh,
but,
wow.
You know, it's still early
That
days.
Ang shouldn't be
This
there.
is a card Sam really wants to see.
That's so good. That Ank's
okay,
really,
Fine,
really
yeah.
good.
ETB, Airbend, and whenever you cast a lesson spell against life. Like,
And
okay.
he has the 2 copies of
He does, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
the lifelinks
double
redundant,
lifelink, yeah.
but
And so is the flying.
they're still casting lessons, and I don't think that's
Yeah.
too much of a problem.
Giving first
Yeah, that's
strike
really
and,
good.
What was the other note on it? Because it gives 4 things. First strike.
Hexproof,
Hexproof.
first strike,
Yeah.
lifelink, and I think
There it is.
flying.
First strike, lifelink, hexproof.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So it already has 2 of the modes. Probably 2 of the more useful modes, but still a good card.
Yeah, and you're gonna cast lessons. That's all. Like, you'll probably pick up more lessons.
I
and
do love a
don't think
Jet's
he's gonna be worried
brainwashing.
about the redundant lifelink
No.
or the redundant flying. So looking at another white card here, we've got
White 1/1
I believe that's Earth Kingdom.
or the
Protectors.
white
Yep.
2/2.
Yep.
2 mana.
And fine one drop.
Yeah, gives indestructible.
Protects a thing.
Yep, really good card.
Is an ally. He's picking up a lot more allies now.
He is.
So I think he knows he's sort of drafting green white now. And
Yeah,
green
okay.
white is more or less the ally color pair.
Yep.
And
It's what
He's
you guys
got-
basically did.
he's got Tsuki that spits out allies.
Yep.
So I think Sam is really looking to get some sort of ally payoff.
Yes, he would love the uncommon lord.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, you know, or 2.
Or two. Or
And-
two.
And 3 copies of Boomy.
Yep. Yep. But then we get accused of being somehow, prescient and
I know.
have seen the future. Picks up the pacifism here, not
Yeah,
bad.
the
Yep.
pacifism's a good pickup here as well.
I think we talked on our most recent video about this card, and
Yep.
Sam's not super into it.
That explains why he left a few in the packs.
I think the thing that makes this card maybe not so good is the sheer amount of airbend.
Yeah. Oh, to flicker it out. You can just pay and remove the creature permanently, though.
It is, but it's 5. It's
Yeah, it
5
is
and
true.
it costs a lot. And yeah, it's good. You get a 1/1 for your troubles as well.
Yeah, an ally.
But
I feel like the
a lot
Glider
of
Kids is
time,
perfectly good here.
You might find yourself in a position where you pay the 5 and they airbend in response.
I've always 3 mana,
So
2/3
Glider Kid's
flyer,
coming in,
draw 40% of a card.
Fine little flyer.
2/3 flyer, scry 1, plus 60 draws. Yeah, I think that's a totally fine pickup here. Not the one thing, apart from obviously the big rare green cards that he has at the moment, not a lot of big top end things so far for Sam.
No, this is true. Building a bit of a mid-range deck so far.
That's a pretty...
and-
Destined Confrontations feels pretty good.
Let's dry it up a bit.
Yep, you got destined confrontation and the rabbit land cycler here. Seems that so. Just talking
Okay.
about lack of big cards, so I suppose that's a good one for him to have. Not big, but like plane cycling, great to have. The 3/5, gains flying.
Oh yeah, the gates flying on a life on landfall.
Yep.
Not bad. Yip.
Yip.
Well, it's
Yip,
only
yip.
yip when you have to. The
Okay,
first one is
okay.
yip.
Yeah, it's just yip.
Yep,
So
one
Sam
of
gets
the...
Get some
The,
yip.
the
He's
straight up the best white common,
Slams it.
depending on,
does not think too hard about that one.
No, that was one of his quicker picks actually. He was just straight away looked at the pack and went, yeah, I just want yip.
I think it's just a great trick, and especially if you have your white deck where you're always threatening to do something with that single white mana that you got up.
Yeah.
That can really make your opponent play very cautiously and play around you a lot.
Yes.
And we realized that there's a lot of single white mana tricks in this format.
There's a lot of like tricks that just can really get people. Yeah, you are correct.
So being able to like hold up those threats and have those threats, that's good. Another white card.
That was I think, I can't remember what it is.
So in the close of pack 3, we are very
Pack 2.
sorry. Close of pack 2, we are very heavily white.
There we go. So creatures he control gets +1/+1. So that's actually pretty good if he does get like some more token producers. But notably, he hasn't picked up a lot.
No,
He's got you forget names.
Suki.
Suki.
Yeah. Yes, Suki, which is going to spit out lots of tokens for him. which he can pump up with the Water Tribe Captain.
Yeah.
And I think notably in that pack we saw no green cards get picked.
No.
So
No, so Sam has picked pretty much mono white this pack, really.
did he first pick the Earth King?
Sorry, yes. He first picked the Earth King and he got the...
That's right, he picked up a couple of green cards and then was like,
Ugh.
green white cards.
I think it was like 2 mono
Hopefully he
green
can get the
cards and then
lesson that lets you search for a
Yeah.
basic.
So he didn't really pick up a lot of green.
No. Okay, so I'm interested to see how pack 3 is gonna unfold for him. So we're definitely white. We're playing white. We
Yeah.
know it. So we got some good white cards.
Yes, Sam has definitely cemented his seat as white, I think.
Camera goes to...
His second colour is still a little bit up in the air. He's got some good black cards, some good red cards, and some good green cards. His green cards are noticeably probably a lot better than the other colours.
And I think that is the tough point, isn't it?
Yes.
Because he's got a lot of white cards,
Yes.
but the quality, the average quality of the white cards is much lower than his other colours.
Yes.
So if I was Sam, I'd be really looking to get lucky, open some good green cards, really sort of like fill out the other colour pair that you're going to be playing,
Yeah.
and hopefully feel really good about that.
Yeah.
Some good green cards in the set, so hopefully open some of those.
Compassionate Heal is a good
It's a
white
great
card to
black
open.
card there.
The Wrath is strong.
It is very strong. And that's, yeah, as you'll see with this pack, nothing really in here for him.
No, and there's one green card and it's kind of bad.
Yeah, it's, unless he decides to just go into that black,
I'd be so tempted.
I would be incredibly tempted. And I was thinking at the time, well, like, you've got those 3 really pretty good black cards anyway. You're built more of a mid-range deck. He's slightly aggro, but I wouldn't say his deck's fully.
No, I wouldn't say
Yeah.
it's super aggro.
No, so I think he would have been perfectly okay picking the Wrath here. I've used it.
The
quite a
heal
few
is good,
times,
but you
in the
do
drafts I've
need
played, and it's
some
so
water
good.
bending.
Yeah, and
I get
traditional
picking the
wraps
fan,
are
though.
often quite strong, especially if you can
But he just picks the 2-drop.
build around it a little bit.
I get picking the fan, like if he did
Yeah,
that,
picks the white 2-drop.
because that
Yeah,
reminds
I
me
think
of
Sam, 'cause
the torch from Duskmourn,
Got
which was
creatures, but
really
he's
really
still A
good.
little bit light, I think, on some of those creatures that he needs those combat tricks to work.
True. I mean, we did pick up a lot.
It's
of
only plus
creatures
1
in
plus
the
O
second
though,
pack.
yeah.
That is true.
So I think
But
it's
2
probably fine.
good 2-drops are kind of, I think, a bit of a premium sometimes.
Yeah, true. Okay, so no Wrath for Sam, which I can understand.
Yeah.
I can understand you don't want to pick a double black card and really like hard commit yourself to playing black
Mm.
in the final pack.
This pack killed Sam, I think.
Okay, so
Did you see the rare?
Oh,
Such a good
God.
card. he let out a bit of a sigh of resignation that he couldn't pick it.
Oh,
Spoiler alert, he's not picking a green-black card in his mono-white deck.
yeah.
Yeah, right. So Bayform's
And the
bounty
person to his
hunters,
left
yeah,
just got
okay.
handed the
Yeah.
Black Wrath and
Whereas he's,
can take the bounty hunters. That's
the Fox is
Not
brutal.
looking at the green cards,
No.
which is interesting. I
And
don't
there
know
was
if
the green saga in there as well.
I'm surprised he didn't take the green-white
The-
land,
the
just to make sure that he
right.
can play the Earth King.
It's not amazing, but it's alright. It draws you cards, I believe.
Yeah, the one that makes you a food token and then draws you a card.
Puts 1 on counters, draws you cards, which I think is a pretty good card, all being said.
Okay,
Glider
so
Kids is good.
opening the pack, couple white cards.
Ugh.
A red-white card, notably.
More
a very
excellent,
a pretty good red card too. Actually,
Black removal,
really,
Cat
I
Owl's
like
pretty
it.
good.
The allies
I would,
kind of
yeah, I think I would
combine.
take the.
True, yeah, there are a lot of allies in red as well.
Yeah, so you can see he considered this card, I think, quite heavily for a while.
Yeah.
Good card, I have to say. Like five.
He doesn't
mana,
have a
super
ton
dark,
of
5 ending
red,
X,
but he doesn't have
like, and,
none.
You know,
can pay for its own cost.
correct. Just create things as attacking is pretty good.
Okay.
Oh,
this
that's
is-
hard.
Yeah,
I would really like to pick
okay,
the
I
Sun
get it.
Warriors.
Because you mentioned red white, and I'm thinking, how does he get into red white from here? Because he looks pretty.
Well,
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah.
No.
And
trying to
I
keep the
think
green
thinking
as an
Sam
option.
was really still hoping to be green white.
Oh, that's actually devastating. 'Cause
Yeah.
that looked like such a good card, and his on ramp to red is not like too difficult.
Yeah, I don't disagree with Sam's. Like, the Glider Kids are a good card, but um, so we know he was getting cut on the left by Joe.
Oh,
Mark's on his right.
wouldn't hate
Fine.
taking the
Mark's also
green
Mark is
land
also-
cycler.
So Sam was going to be, and you guys have talked about this card, the Fine
Yeah,
Nations
he
Cadet.
knows it's good.
He knows
so
it's good, and you can tell he kicked himself not taking that red white card.
I believe it. That seemed. I mean,
Maybe he didn't, but
hindsight's 2020.
it is.
But I have to say,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm.
there's a
It's
lot of good red
it's like I feel like red's super
Yes, okay.
open. I would have taken the
just realize
green
that
land
red is
cycler.
on, and Fire Nation get it
Just to make it
strong
work.
card,
Yeah,
Picks it up. Okay, interesting.
it'd be interesting to, because I haven't talked to Sam yet, because obviously he's deck building. I didn't want to disrupt him, but I was like, you know, I really want to ask him, like, how did you feel in pack 3, sort of realizing you probably need to be more red white.
That is a good question.
This card's interesting.
Take
I
on.
sacrifices, puts counters on itself.
Okay.
More
okay.
incredible
Yeah.
removal.
When it leaves the battlefield,
Red
puts
Greenland
counters on something else.
barrels
Yeah,
would be
it's got
great.
modular, etc.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Combustion
others
Man's
there.
Yeah.
really good though.
Okay. So
And then Combustion
That is a really good
Great
reason to
red
be
card.
in
Also
red.
Strong. So this is where it's happening. This is the
This is Sam's realization he's in red.
the pivot. Oh, especially the pick after the red white card.
Yeah. Yeah. It's unfortunate because when you think about it, like, there was some good red cards in pack 1, pack 2, but not really a lot of signals that red was massively open.
No, I agree. Yeah, there was like red sort of just looked notionally open,
Yes.
but there wasn't anything really dragging him over into red. Okay.
Oh, Archers is good. Combustion
Oh, no,
Man. Okay,
Combustion
take a
Man.
second.
Yeah,
Combustion Man.
it's like, okay, double Combustion Man, great top end card.
Yeah.
You know, 4/6 just, you know, deals damage.
Okay. Is he gonna pick it though? He's looking at
It's
it.
that or the Archers.
What else
Yeah.
we got? We
So,
got
do you want a second
Combustion
one?
Man. We got the
I don't know what he has in terms of
Why not?
low mana cost cards.
Two other white cards in the pack.
But they're pretty replaceable. The Combustion Man, yeah, it's a pretty good card.
I don't
I know you're not disagreeing, yeah.
I don't disagree with that pick or him at all at the moment.
No.
So yeah, it's just a little rough, I have to say.
It's been a rough draft for Sam here. I think it's, you know, he really wanted to be green-white. He really wanted that green-white allies deck. And notably, he hasn't picked up any dual lands.
He
Yeah,
hasn't. He hasn't picked up
any
any dual
fixing.
lands, and I don't think he's going to.
No.
Mainly because I think he and well, all of us know
Cat Owl is basically
he's
it.
drafting red white now, unless something really crazy happens. Like if he picks up something super good in green,
Yeah.
maybe he'll go, okay, well, I'll play a deck with like 4 or 5 green bloods in it.
I'm just thinking on, like, playables and how many he's got and how much he wants in his deck, because he might still be splashing green.
That's true. That's true. He could still be Naya, but just on basics.
Because he's red-white, but as we said, he's not particularly aggressive red-white.
No, he's not like filled with 1-drops. He's got a
No.
couple of 1-drops
Oh.
in there, but he's not like
Zuko's Exile is
my
rough to
4
take,
1-drops, my 8 2-drops.
but it's that or like abandoned attachments.
This
So-
is a good card for him to have here, I think.
Yeah.
Abandoned attachments, because he's severely lacking in draw. He's got a few scry abilities, but no actual, like, draw spells in the deck.
Yeah. Also,
A
a
lesson.
lesson
For Aang.
for Aang. So, pretty good pickup there.
I think it's totally fine. Whether I don't know if you'll play it or not, but I think it's a totally playable card.
Okay.
Rhino is not bad.
So, couple black cards, couple lands,
Farm
And
animals?
the
Yeah?
farm animals
The
would be
one drop?
the curious farm animals.
I guess it's better than the Rhinos because you've already got
you
2
know,
Combustion Man,
It's a 1-drop.
so you don't want
maybe it's just
more
like pick a card
like
you
5
wanna play.
drops.
Yeah,
but
and sideboard removes enchantments.
that's true.
Yeah,
that's good. That is actually a good point. It is a little bit of a sideboard piece.
Yeah,
So
artifact or enchantment. So you know there
can
are some
hit
pretty
a saga if need be.
very true, and there are some pretty potent rare enchantments and vehicles in the set that you probably want to be able to get rid of.
100%.
Ugh.
Some of those
It's
It's not really
sagas
anything that you're going to play
are
here.
Nuts.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. the mythic green one.
Oh yeah,
That thing is bonkers.
it's nuts.
Like,
Vindictive Warden, Menace, 5-mana 1,
it's fine.
decent little card.
Yeah, it pings in a long game. So we did say he's a bit more mid-rangey. So in a long game, he can just ping someone
Ooh.
to death.
Yeah, use that fire bending back. Get another one.
Yeah,
the
I
red-
guess you
the
get
red
another
is
one.
Really on now.
Yeah, I think Sam probably got I think maybe in the early packs the red was probably just a bit light. Play boosters can be a bit like that sometimes.
Can be.
Yeah.
So there probably wasn't the signals there that red was particularly open for him.
Action Raider, not terrible.
Yep.
Makes clues, can draw you cards,
Yeah.
Yep.
and what? Last 2 cards of the pack coming.
Anything particularly fantastic?
Two.
Probably not.
And the
Hey, bye.
the
Okay,
hey
hey,
bye
bye
came
comes
all the way
back.
around. I think that's pretty playable.
There's a chance he plays it.
There's a
He's
chance.
actually sort of sleepwalked into the sack archetype a little bit.
Sort
if you
of,
look at
yeah.
all like the random tokens all of his cards are making.
Nice.
So that's it. Okay, so a lot of white
All right, I gotta buy a brick.
cards.
Ton of
Ended up picking some red cards in the close. And that's it for
We've
Sam.
gone back to the start.
So we're gonna get Sam in to
Well, we're going to.
Hopefully get into some games soon. Yeah, da, 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 da.
Welcome back. Now, we went in here to see Sam's draft, but I heard it was not as easy as Damon's. Apparently, there were many tough decisions to make.
That's
And
true.
I know Sam, he doesn't like being aggressive.
No.
The only time I've ever seen him chuck a real chanty is when he was forced to draft red-white, and it's not how he likes to play the game. He likes to play Magic. He doesn't like to end games. He likes to continue them. So, very interesting to see how he'll go here against Damon, drafting a pretty consistent Jeskai base. Any predictions for this match, Richard?
So I think Damon's deck is quite spicy. It's more of a... He's gotten quite creative with it. It's a bit of a combo-oriented build, even though he's playing quite aggressive. A lot of the match is going to come down to whether Sam draws firebending lessons or other cheap removal spells. And I think that's going to dictate the pace of the match quite a lot.
Alright, so I know a bit about Sam's deck. I know that he tried to be Sultai, ended up in Boros, so ended up in the complete opposite of what he wanted to do. I just wonder,
Rough.
will he be quick enough? Because Damon's also very quick. He also gets on board very, very fast. He's got the cadets. He's got 2 copies of Firebending Lesson. He can really deal damage to the early plays. Very curious to see what the long game looks like for Sam, and whether I love this card, by the way, Avatar Enthusiast. I've heard a lot of people dissing it. There are so many allies in this. This doesn't trigger off it triggers off tokens. It triggers when anything enters. So all those little cards that create tokens, that there's 1/1 allies. This card just goes off and off and off.
It is rough against airbending and otherwise very good.
Yes, for me it's been an 8/8 every time I played it, so I'm really high on it for now. I'm ready to be humbled, but I believe Sam might be playing at least 1 in his deck, so we'll see how well he can make it work. But I think it's all going to be about Katara. It's all going to be about whether Damon can hit and stick this spell. If that thing doesn't die, I just feel that he attacks with a bunch of 7/7s on turn 7, and then the game ends.
Yeah, and I think Damon's card draw is going to be having to work very hard. I think that's also going to be a really big factor in the games.
So I hear the talk outside between rounds, and I know that a lot of people are looking at data. They're looking at 17 lands. I'm wondering, Richard, how much does data play in you making decisions? Are you more of a get your hands around it kind of person, or do you like to look at the numbers?
I think specifically data is good at seeing what has been overlooked or is unintuitive. Once you get to a certain level of granularity, it's not actually that useful.
Yeah. I find that it's very good at telling me, oh, Damon takes the play, very good at telling me what bad Magic players can win with. And that's a sign, that's relevant information. If they can win with it, I can too. Alright, looks like Damon's taking the play for this one. We just see...
Okay.
And can he keep 7? I see lands and spells, but are there too many lands here? Often, simple Magic players like myself go, oh, there's spells and lands, I'll keep it. You need to have a turn 1 play sometimes. Sometimes you can't keep a 5-lander because there's not enough action. But Damon looks like he's got a decent mix here. Maybe he might be missing a mountain.
Damon is not a frequent mulliganer. It looks like he's got 2 Islands of Plains and all red spells, which is a bad sign.
You can see him thinking, he's flicking his cards.
Damon hates to mulligan.
Mulligan
but,
it, you fool.
I think he's got 1 blue spell.
Oh.
Depending what the spells are, the breakpoint is often how good is it if I draw a mountain? And if Damon draws a mountain, it's actually not that good because he's up to 4 lands in hand. He's not drawing action. It's a really rough hand to keep.
Unless that card is a waterbending lesson that could somehow get him into it.
Nah.
Let's see what that blue
Nah.
is. Is it a messenger hole?
And also with the 1-drops in his deck, he doesn't want to fall. He doesn't want to lose the opportunity for a fast start.
Now,
You've got to
we
ship
have
them back, yeah.
foresight. We know.
Oh
what
my, wow.
Sam's on. They've both kept. Oh wow, interesting. We'll see how quick. Because Damon might not know how quick Sam's deck can go. No turn one play though.
Risking it for the biscuit, but with a firebending lesson in hand, he's pretty safe. Oh no!
Yeah, that would be the worst thing to draw. Give me red. Don't give me blue and white.
Oh, no.
That is literally the worst possible card he could draw out of his deck.
Interesting. Green from Sam. This seems a bit more up his alley.
Green white, a bit of a slower deck. Oh, and
Yeah.
Haru Hidden Talent. Never heard of this card, but it does look pretty good.
So he's going to drop allies and just to turn all his all his lands into creatures. And we hit red. We are off to the races.
Never punished.
Oh, he's going to leave it around for one turn. So, Earthbending in the early game, not the scariest thing. There's a real cost to you effectively have to pay 1 mana to use an Earthbend land. So Damon's fine with him getting a couple triggers in the early game.
Very timely red source. So I guess he didn't need it since he's just playing the Messenger Hawk. It's a bit scary when you've only got 1 red land and all red spells, because you can't deploy them to a turn. But
yeah, his clue's giving him an outlet for colorless mana.
So maybe he can weave it in with the clue. And we see the Messenger Hawk getting pacified here. Sam
Cool, going for 1. Not a...
Maybe a show of weakness from Sam, because that is a pretty rough creature to be using a removal spell on.
Yeah.
Must be a hand that's pretty light on spells, or pretty light on just proactive things to be doing.
He's got the 6 drop in his hand, and
this might
a
also
bunch
be
of
sign for
lands,
Damon
and
that
then
he
one
doesn't
other
need to deal with
spell.
this 1/1.
Or is that... No, it's a Wandering Musician. Okay, no, so he can't play that this turn anyway.
So you can deploy 2 spells. You can play a spell and sack a clue.
Yeah, I think I would have...
Maybe wants to sack the clue first to get more information.
Yeah.
But no, he's not playing the land yet. He wants to get more information. It's not a sign of an experienced player.
If he has 2 1-mana red spells, he needs double red. Which it looks like he's setting up for now.
Does he want to get rid of this 1/1?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. No value there.
And yeah, rewarded for thinking about how he's tapping his lands. Looks like Sam might have a 1-mana instant here.
And he does Hexproof on the board state. Lifelink not too handy, but the Hexproof definitely keeping it alive here. And no second removal spell to respond to the Hexproof with. So Sam gets to keep his creature. Can he resolve an ally and start getting some value off this 1/1?
This is an extremely anemic start for the composition of their decks.
Yeah.
Yeah, both players want to be aggressive. Both players taking their time.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
both
the
the
Messenger
ace
Hawk is a
hand.
great first play to be making here. Here's an ally.
So this is why I thought this, Sam was going to be red white, but these hybrid cards can go in any deck. Looks like his favored green and reaping the benefits here, getting the trigger. These wandering musicians are going to pump the whole team, and that whole team's going to be pretty massive. He gets
Surely he's gonna
firebend
firebend the Wandering Musicians.
They're all going to get +1/+. So Damon has no blockers so far.
Now you often don't want to go wide with Earthbending because it winds up costing all of your mana to attack.
It's an issue.
It is a rough state, but the Bison is immune to Damon's primary removal spell, the burn spell.
No, it's not.
And I'm going to sound like a broken record here, but 5 toughness being so significant. First of all, because a lot of the removal spell, they just say deal 4 damage. Firebending might be...
Firebending lesson is 5?
Off the kicker?
I think... Oh, it might be 5 off the kicker, you're right.
But a lot of the bite effects deal damage equal to power. Because there's a 4 powers theme in it, a lot of times you've got a 4 power creature and you can't kill these 5 toughness creatures. So I've been really hard on the Wandering Musicians. I've been criticized for it by Damon, so I'm kind of seeing if he can, maybe he can put in a shift for me here to back up what I'm saying, but also Damon can just resolve a firebending lesson here. It gets rid of the gets straight off the board.
Well, this is the kind of thing that makes me nervous and Damon less nervous. He's got a ton of removal and he's not getting traction, so eventually his opponent is going to overwhelm him with shitty creatures that are good against removal, all these 1/1s.
Yeah.
I mean, you can keep killing things, but the fact of the matter is,
you've got
no blockers, mate. Like one of these.
Wow, he's letting him untap.
Is on 17. Is that correct?
I don't think he's taken any damage yet.
Yeah, because I thought he attacked with the 1/1 for a couple of turns, but
I think he might have.
I could be wrong.
We might have a problem with the life counter. We'll see if that's all right.
The Damon's passive open mana, always a scary sign.
Yeah, so he could be looking to take out this Bison, but Sam's got no reason to really fall for anything here.
Now, I should point out, the Bison is actually a human, I believe. The Wandering
the
Musicians are
human
sitting
ally.
in front of the Bison, so it's a very confusing card.
It's just a
Lightning
chili.
strike.
So
Okay.
Bison's
we
there
just
for
had
the
an
vibes.
exchange here.
Alright, so we've removed... He didn't get the trigger off the 2 drops. He didn't get the extra earthbending off the ally, but the Glidus does come into play. He does get to scry. He's got a 2/3 of flying in play now.
Ah, yes, that was what was coming down. And Damon taking out the Earthbender before it comes down to avoid getting the trigger.
Timed it perfectly there. Still 3 mana up. Still...
So we can still
question to be
shock
answered.
something.
Yeah,
See if he has the answer.
so Damon was indeed rewarded for waiting there, instead of just snapping off the Bison on his own turn, which would be a safer move.
Yeah,
So if
I
there's no
guess.
Other, no other play for Damon,
He's still gonna get cracked.
Get the Kraken for 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, Damon looks like he's falling pretty far behind. He's got really good ways to win the race in a longer game, but he hasn't drawn much card advantage. He is flooding out a bit.
What I will say though, if there's anyone who loves to play from behind, I swear it's Damon. Because I'm the kind of person, when I'm behind, I sometimes give up. I'm like, oh god, you're dragging this out. I'm just playing more Magic to lose. Damon is fascinated with getting out of these tight spots. Swinging in, trigger on the musicians. We've got a 2/1 land, we've got a 3/5 musicians coming in for 5 damage. So I believe it's Damon who's on 13.
Damon's
and
on
then
13. Yeah, there we
Sam
go.
on 20.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was a concern of mine. Damon plays one creature, the creature is removed.
Ah, they're being controlled by a phone and they were on the
Yes,
wrong
anything
side of this
but
table.
some action. A water bending lesson would be so important here, right? Just drop all, like, you can drop a land, hit 3 more cards.
That's
Keep
hilarious.
something on board, but the musicians is running away with it.
Yeah, Damon's got this sacrifice land, but it's not actually that useful at preventing flood. If Damon sacrifices it, it's putting him behind in mana.
That's nothing this turn. There's nothing on board. You don't get any advantage. Also, I mean, I guess the allies card is off the board, but Sam's getting ready to sacrifice this enchantment to make another 1/1.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even though Damon's flooding out, his sacrifice land isn't going to be sacrificed for a fair while. So he has found another creature here.
This is a 4/2, and when it dies, you get a treasure. Oh, pardon
No.
me, when it enters, if you attack this turn, you get a treasure. So
Yeah.
just a 4/2 here. This is fine. You can trade off with the 1/1, I guess. It puts a bit of a blockage on what Sam's
Yeah.
trying to do here.
This game would be completely different if Damon had had a turn 1 cadets.
It would be, because then you can start sacrificing your lands for cheap. You can start hitting what you need. But yeah, it just seems to be that. I mean,
Damon
Sam drop
punished for
Damon
an extremely aggressive keep.
Yeah, the 2-drop, not running away too much with the game. This 2/5, a huge menace.
doesn't have menace though,
Does not have menace.
but it is definitely a menace.
And yeah, Sam's in no rush. His creatures are bigger, so eventually he's going to be blanking a bunch of Damon's burn. He does need to concern himself a little bit if Damon has a flyer and he doesn't have a way to stop it.
Yeah, you just gotta
So,
crack in.
Yeah, there's no great blocks here. I think you just have to accept that.
Is he
you're
gonna
trading a 4/2
two for
a
one?
2/1.
Or is he
Sam
gonna
gets
try?
land
Is he gonna
back
try
as
to
well,
two
so
for one
Earthbending doing its thing. Is
the
there
raider
actually
and the
a card
shock?
that Damon can play here? Is there another firebending lesson?
Yeah,
Taking
the shock wouldn't play
everything.
great here. It looks like Damon is just taking all the damage.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot. That's 8 damage down to 5. Brutal.
Pass
You need something off the
turn.
top here, otherwise it's
Wow.
gonna be over really fast.
Wasn't going to
Oh,
win
here
with
we
the
go.
top
Here
block.
we go. There's a creature. There's a creature.
I think that's a lesson.
Sam leaving up all his mana, which suggests there's something in his hand. I don't think he can sacrifice this enchantment on his own, on the opponent's turn. I believe it's only on his turn he can sacrifice the redemption. But you know what? It spells for me that there's something else in hand. Maybe some flashy creature. Maybe some backbreaking spell.
Okay.
Okay.
So here is the uncommon flyer. We
Yeah.
don't have a lesson count, but I think it's at least 3 power.
Now it is just non-creature, non-land, so it doesn't need to be a lesson, but all lessons will count. Oh, well, when this creature dies, if there's a lesson in the card, I see what you mean. We've definitely got one lesson in the yard though from the
Yeah. 3
Five
toughness
plus.
is a good blocker. Oh, this is
Only
a
on-
misread.
Oh, we're
So-
learning the new set. It's
This-
only on your turn, my friend.
So with this enchantment, usually these effects would say activate as a sorcery. They had to use a different wording here in order to let it interact with firebending. And I think Sam misread that because of the new wording.
Yes,
Oof.
you can only do it on your turn, and a lot of these black and white cards have this text on it that you can only do things on your turn. Mainly the sacrifice cards in that
Rough.
black white archetype. But I've been caught out by it before. You learn fast though, and I know Sam's fast line.
Oh.
How important will that be?
Sam's looking
Well,
for the lethal
1/1,
line.
not too relevant on this board. And Damon doesn't really have a use for the pacified creature. So fairly minor. Just fixing up the board so it's all visible on camera.
Okay, so we do have 2 lessons in the lesson in the lightning strike in the
So he's got a 2/3 flyer, which will block the Wandering Musicians at least, and I think Damon would be alright with double blocking it, as long as he's got some kind of backup against a pump spell or otherwise some way of tricking it.
Now, do you drop a 6-drop? And this is the trouble with Earthbending, is that Sam really wants to play a 6-drop here. Play a big 3/5 landfully big dude, but he also wants to attack with this creature.
So if he sends all in, he's sending 7 power. Damon can block
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
5
yeah.
of it, so he would struggle to kill Damon this turn if he swings all out.
Yeah. There's a
He is
lot of
going
pump
for it.
spells that you can do it with, though.
Does Damon have a trick ready to go? I think I might have seen a Trumpet Blast in hand for Damon, which could spell curtains for a lot of Sam's board. However, kind of hard to not lose your creatures here. He does get a death trigger off the flyer. And he will be able to kill.
Big trade if he trumpet blasts. And Sam doesn't have anything.
Just think, if he had another body on this board, this would be coming in for at least 4 damage on block here, turning his opponent to 1.
And on board, this is a pretty bad block for Damon. So,
If he can Trumpet Blast though, I mean, he's going to get rid of the positions, get rid of the
Yeah.
flyer. Here we
You
go, here we
lose
go.
all your stuff.
Damon's
Okay,
gonna
cool.
go.
Trumpet blast.
well, it'll all be trades. Damon draws a card, and it
Good.
shakes out that Sam has a 1/1. He can make a 1/1 with the enchantment, and Damon will be on 3 life.
So how to start the
What's-
Riot? Damon's starting Riot right now. He needs to pull out some things on this board. This is very flavorful because everything is dying this turn.
Yeah.
Except for Orlando.
Cool. How to start a riot.
I mean, it's
Cool.
not overly relevant right now, but at least we can get the flyer.
Trade. Does Sam have anything in hand? I don't know if he does.
So there are some tricks here Sam could have to either push through for lethal or try and save one of his creatures.
I'm trying to think of a card that gives trample in this set. There's no Predator Strike or anything like this. But green is known
Plus
for
3, plus
having
0.
trample tricks.
Yeah, I think the green evasive trick is sorcery. Like there's a sorcery speed way to grant trample.
There is the +2/+2 untap, which you could cast on the land to put Damon to 1.
What do we got? Sam's
I
got...
know that there's
Sam, surely Sam's got something in hand. But he's
got 6
also
lands right
got...
now, so he can drop that, and that means
If he
one
tries to
land and
pump
you've
the
got a
land,
flyer.
there's still a firebending lesson in hand, which I assume is what his Damon's
Looks
hoping
like
for.
priority might be on Sam here. I was wondering how does he want to respond to this.
Yeah, I mean, on the surface of it, it's not too bad. He puts Damon to 3, makes a 1/1. Damon draws a card, but he hasn't really gotten anything going yet. But Sam must have something here.
These are these 2 players. They love to think. They've always got poise. They've always got all the time on the clock they need.
And yeah, so this has been a rough game for Damon so far. He has been having to block, which his deck doesn't do very well. He's missed his raid trigger. His removal has not been lining up ideally, but he does have these 2 sack lands, which represents a little bit of staying power.
It's just a matter of can he stay before Sam's board blows up. Sam missing that trigger could be costly. I think if there's any chance for Damon to get through win this game, that's the one. Sam choosing to cast. Yep. keeping his guy around.
So he had the option of saving one of his creatures or pushing in to put Damon to 1. Putting Damon to 1 is not necessarily a great play in green-white. You don't have the burn to finish the game off. You can easily get locked out of the game, and then those 2 life points don't matter.
And 5 mana to sacrifice the redemption before the end of turn, Sam. Pass.
Cannot do it on Damon's turn. So
Can we acknowledge the flavor win with Upper grabbing the musicians, lifting them up over the blocker, just as it is on the card?
it is quite flavorful. I mean, the show has about 5 characters, and they're on all of the cards. It is inevitable. It is inevitable.
I'm gonna point it out every time.
So as things shake out, Damon goes to 3. Sam still has 2 creatures.
You did.
Plays another creature.
I
Oh.
thought he'd make the 1/1.
healer.
I guess he just wants a 2/2. He just wants the body.
No rush on
Exactly. Yes.
on that. And with Damon at 3 life,
I mean, the Compassionate Heal is really
having
good.
more power is relevant.
Because I also thought he was sitting there with the landfall creature in his hand, but no, he's just got another 2/2, and this is pretty hard to block. He goes, not all these attackers are lethal. The land Damon can take a hit from the land.
Damon's got to stop 2 of the creatures to
And
survive.
Find a way. I'm worried I still might see a trick in his hand. Trick isn't what you want here.
It's looking unlikely.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the mana wall. He can start bouncing things. Okay, what do you do here? You can bounce the musicians, and then move Sam in an awkward position, and then you've got a 3/3. So Sam can't really attack. You can put Damon to 1.
Yeah, the musicians would be a pretty safe hit. Sam's empty-handed, so you would have to top deck something.
And then he's also got a trick there.
I think some consideration towards whether he wants to bounce the land, because if he bounces the land, he can trade off with the healer, take 2 and go to 1, and then if he can deal with the musicians, then he's completely eliminated Sam's board.
What's the red card in his hand though?
I think it's the cadets.
It's
Yeah.
Cadets. Okay.
This is not the time.
No. I mean, you deploy it anyway, right? It can feed your water bending, and then you stabilize with the submersible. Can you start attacking here when your opponent's attacking you back and gaining life? I mean, it's just such an awkward space to be.
Well, Damon doesn't have to rush. He's got the advantage in a long game.
What if you were bounce a healer's hawk? Could that be the messenger hawk? Could that be a thing that you do with the submersible? Replay the hawk, get a clue, and then activate the submersible. Block.
I can get behind that.
The only issue with that play is you can only draw 1 card on your opponent's turn. You can't draw the second card to make the hawk a 3/2, but you can use the hawk to block the land. So I think that would be one way that Damon might be able to get a lot of advantage from this board, have a cool in play, have more cards to draw off the top, and maybe stabilize.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Damon doesn't need to worry too much about getting extra cards. He's got the lands. So the card economy is not too important for him.
Look at him wrapping his brain. If there's anyone who can get out of it, it's
Oh.
Because also, yeah, if he plays
is
the
so
Submersible
close.
and the Messenger Hawk, he's only got 2 blockers. So he's going to be at least taking 2 damage and not necessarily making good blocks. He won't actually be able to block the land if he bounces the Hawk.
I've been in this situation with Damon so many times where, like, yeah, I've got you. And you see him thinking there, he'll think for a few minutes, and then the point, oh, the game goes on. Oh no, oh, now I'm losing. Oh, now I've lost.
Yeah, so
Oh.
with the Submersible... What the hell? You just can't crew it? Okay.
Yes,
See,
there's
I
no
see.
crew cost to this.
I see.
They do them differently now. They're like water bending or nothing.
So you can be... Damon could be a little greedy here. Bounce the land, animate the Submersible, and then he can block the musicians and chomp the healer. But that's not a great prospect because kind of what you're being sold on by bouncing the land is getting more value, and that gets you less value.
Yeah, you do end up with no board at the end of that, right?
You keep the 3/3 vehicle,
Do you?
but
'Cause
your opponent keeps the musicians.
if you aim the land, you gotta block one of these, the 3/2 or the 3/5, right?
Sorry, it does
Yeah.
pump itself. It would be a 3/5.
So, if I'm Damon, and I'm not, I am running away from this table screaming. Damon's a better man than me. He'll find a way. I believe.
Yeah, so he takes the obvious play. He can turn that into a 3/3. He's got really good blocks this turn, so he's not too worried.
Okay, it takes
Okay.
the let's say the safest line. Shrinks everything. It's very hard to get a profitable attack at the moment.
Yeah, Sam doesn't have much reason to attack now. He's drawn another spell.
Yeah, you just never. This is Sam loses this game by only drawing lands. If he just hits land, that's where he gets really frustrated and can't believe he lost this one. Damon,
Oh,
similar position.
how does he
but
rebuild
uses
the
lands so he can
table is
sort
the
of
question.
Smooth his draws out. If he starts flooding, he's got a way out, but he does kind of need spells just to stabilize a bit more because this musician. I mean, you'd think if you were Sam, you'd just be chucking down the musicians. But because he's not, it kind of suggests that maybe he drew a very relevant spell.
Something
one that
really
was
big,
more than
maybe.
two. He's really going into the tank here. Also, it is Sam. It could just be another land. It's
And Damon really drawing his cards in the wrong order here. He had removal spells when he needed creatures. Now he's got creatures when he needed removal spells. Now it's the farm animals, which can take out the submersible.
Oh my gosh!
So he had some consideration to, if he takes out the submersible, he can attack with the healer and put Damon to 1. But that is not a game-winning play, so...
This
don't
is
need
the card
to-
I would never put in my deck, and of course Samar has found a
Oh
way to
my
make
God.
it the perfect card to draw. That's fantastic.
So we've got an animated
Samuel
submersible.
taking the time to
So
point
just
out the
quickly, why
chig.
doesn't he kill the submersible there and attack with the 2/2?
He would get Damon to 1, and then be unable to deal the last point very easily.
Okay, because I thought the scry would be very relevant there with the
Unbelievable.
Scry would be nice. But I think setting up for next turn,
Okay, yeah.
unless Damon rips something really hot,
I guess because he's trading off the cadets because they can pump. Whoa, I mean that's pretty hot.
Whoa, okay.
this is a nice
Trust
top deck.
Damon. Trust Damon to rip it off the top. So Damon's calling this card the Water Tribe Rally, calling it the new Duskwatch Recruiter.
It's
but
very
you don't have
good.
to pay mana. At the end of the turn, you tap 5, you chuck another creature in your hand, and you chuck another creature in your hand, and the more creatures you play, the more creatures you can chuck in your hand. And welcome to exponential equations, and you win the game.
Yeah,
So-
doing this at instant speed as well.
It's unreal. Yeah, as I was talking to Damien in the interview, and yeah, when I first saw this card, I forgot it was instant speed. I thought this card's terrible. No, it's real, man. It is good. Okay, so in response,
In
he's gonna
response,
activate the Rallier.
get a
Because Sam
creature.
is gaining 3 life. He's just trying to destroy the submersible.
He's got
Might as well.
1,
I guess
2.
the
He only
alternative
needs
would be
3 lands
sacrificing
to.
land.
And
Yeah.
this is the problem with the pacifism effect. Damon getting a lot of value off this hawk, even though it's under a redemption.
Well, it's giving him 1 mana.
I think if you've got like a minor sync like Ralliers in play, 1 mana is everything, no?
It's a little something.
It's a little something.
And
Yeah, like,
Oh.
his 3 lands, of course, hits his cadets.
Sam has he might have missed the trigger here to gain 3 life off of his farm animals.
I can see him messing with his life.
There
We go. He doesn't miss it.
Mhm.
So
Sam.
this was on Damon's end step. We're about to pass to Sam.
Okay.
So we've got cadets in hand.
If he can remove
Sam whipping the land.
either of those creatures, he.
Now, it is tough to block. But Sam just kind of wants to start getting in there.
Well, no, I think Sam wins this turn. Maybe? Oh, he can put Damon to
Yeah.
He can put Damon to 1. He
And
need.
then he'll lose a 3/2. Damon will lose both of his creatures.
Yeah.
So Damon has to chump, has to go to 1. He gets another activation of the tribe, but it is pretty rough staring down this 2/5.
Oh. That's so
there's two I
brutal.
told you so's here. Damon has been saying to me, I told you so about the rally, which he's correct. But I've been a big champion of musicians since the start. I think the Go Wide strat is awesome.
It has a fat ass.
It's,
It is so big.
it's got a booty.
Oh.
You people on that booty right through the air, solve all kinds of adventures.
Oh, and here's Katara.
Oh, okay.
That's not bad.
I've seen worse.
But
Oh.
still, trying to block against this 2/5, it's a tough strat.
Yeah.
But he gets 3 bodies this turn. He's on 1, but he gets 3 bodies this turn, right?
Well, Sam's gonna have a 3rd body,
In the form of...
the enchantment, if he activates it.
Of course. Oh, this is tight, mate. This is... Because if this Katara gets going, everything switches on.
Yeah, I mean, Katara is much better on offense. So, got Damon switching sides here.
Oh, Sam using Damon's own token against him.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. That's Hazel there making an appearance. Good to see.
So we'll probably see I mean,
Katara comes
Damon's
with
setting
one
up,
token.
He's setting up a pretty good block here.
He can.
He's not gonna. Sam's not gonna have a good attack on the next turn. And then Damon untaps with Katara. He's got a lot of offensive power, but he can't afford to use it.
Okay.
And Sam probably just hoping to chain together enough tokens to get in for that last point.
So,
Oh.
if Sam attacks with everything here, I guess you can block Chump of Katara, you lose your two other guys, but then Sam loses one. Oh!
Overtime for lethal. So Evans, any one of Damon's creatures swings in for lethal, just double checking that nothing can go wrong.
There's no guys in Damon's hand, there ain't enough blockers there, mate. I think that is curtains.
Interesting thing here. So Damon was playing out this land here because a lot of his future turns could involve spending lots of mana, sacrificing land, playing lands that he top decks. If he held the land in hand, Sam might not have gone for this because he could be representing a removal spell.
Absolutely.
I mean, the odds of it working are high enough, and the punishment is low enough that Sam likely would have gone for it anyway. But
which may be why Damon chose to play it anyway. But
yes.
Look, that was a pretty important top deck there from Sam. But again, Damon turning a nothing game into
there
a
we
bit of a
go.
heart beater. It, just down there a few points, despite the quick start.
Yeah, and bear in mind as well, this was a game that started with Damon at a huge disadvantage from being color screwed. You know, he did top deck his way out of it, but there was an alternate world where Damon barely even got to play.
Yep.
Damon very rarely lives in that world, I find. I feel like for some reason with these players, they've always got the right thing on their deck. They build their decks in such a way that they can hit what they need. They know their balance of lands and spells. They know how much of each color they want. The amount of thought process that goes into it is absolutely incredible. Looks like there's a bit of a sideboard happening for Damon here. Looks like he's bringing in some stun counters against Sam. Maybe want to slow him down a little bit. Sam on the other end.
So he's boarded out the Koi. I'm curious about that move because Sam might actually be having trouble with big creatures. Maybe there's probably some things in the format that match up very well against big creatures. I wonder if Damon would also be inclined to like board out one of his big artifacts or enchantments, seeing those farm animals.
I also think that maybe Damon thinks Sam's a bit more aggressive than he might be. Sam definitely wants to hit the board. He's not, he's not the cadet deck. He's not trying to go full speed. He's also playing mid-range creatures that's strong and hard to block, absolutely. But I think Koi will be okay in that situation. However, I can also see that Damon feels if he can hold up this board to that Katara, with a stun counter or two, it's just going to take over the game.
Yeah, and some default sideboarding from Sam. You can often board out a land anytime you win a game because you'll be on the draw. You can play 16 lands pretty safely. He might be. Oh, he's looking at taking out the farm animals now that Damon's seen it. That is some nice tech.
I wonder how Sam feels about main decking that card. Like I know that his draft went a bit rough, and so maybe it was sort of
necessary
awesome to doing it. In that match, it was the card to draw after. He just needed to get rid of that submersible. He needed a remove spell.
It definitely it has some legs, but he's also seen Damon has 1-mana 1/2s, and
Yeah,
it does not match up so well against
No.
us.
Game 2-3 life? Maybe? No. Look, he's doing what he needs to do, and this is the thing. I mean, Sam's draft may not have gone the way he wanted it to, but he's built in such a way that, okay, I'm just trying to curve out, hit relevant spells, hope that my opponent has awkward draws. He's finding the wins here, and this is what the best players do. They take the bad circumstance and they make the best of it. And he's kind of finding a way here.
So funny thing, the way Sam's laid out his sideboard, he is prepared to replace green with red. He's got mountains ready.
Oh my gosh.
If it's a thing to do, he's got it all lined up.
It's a very
It does look
Sam
like
thing to
almost all
do.
his sideboard cards are red.
Have you ever done the sealed switch decks halfway through?
Yep,
I've been there.
it's good fun.
It's fun. And my opponent did not notice until 3 turns in. Wait a minute. This wasn't what
Yeah,
I actually did the old switcheroo. Had them both sleeved up and ready to go.
transformative sideboard.
Always feels good.
And yeah, it looks like he's giving some consideration to it here. Because, as I said, we saw how important removal spells were in that match. If he's got more removal in red than in green, it could be worth the switch.
Yeah.
It feels like he put the mountains back, so maybe this isn't the spot for it.
Yeah, he definitely didn't spend enough time to completely remake his deck.
By the way, Damon is an aware enough player that he would see that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He would notice it.
Yeah. I'm not sure the ruling on how sneaky you can be with sideboarding. Like, how open do you have to be with what you're putting in and out?
So if you want to be getting every single percentage point, you want to pre-sleeve all the cards you could be boarding in,
Yes. Yeah.
and then at the end of game one, you shuffle your
Everything
entire
in.
sideboard in, and then you just pull out the
Yeah.
cards you're not playing.
Right.
I don't think anyone cares enough to do that every time,
No.
Oh my
I've
god.
never had a player that intense that that's what they do.
but that is completely allowed.
I've never done the old like put one sleeve in and take the same card out after shuffling. I've done that before, but I've never done the full shuffle everything in.
I have definitely. I'm someone who sideboards a lot in draft. When you
know.
pull 7 cards out of your main deck, your
Yeah.
opponent gets really worried, and they like turn to their main deck and they're like, "What am I doing wrong?"
This models up the whole plan for game 2. That all set up until you realize, oh, I'm playing something completely different. Now, Team Avatar is something we saw from Sam's deck as we were shuffling through there. So this is a card that can turn a 1/1 flyer into a 6/6 flyer, but can also just hit your opponent's biggest creature. I think it's very flexible removal. I've had a lot of fun. What do you think about this card, Richard?
I'm a little skeptical of it against Damon's deck.
Right.
Sam's seen a lot of destructive removal, and this is something you really want against blockers.
He did see the Katara, though.
He did see the
Yeah.
Katara.
Massive. I do like the how this can play sort of double duty, though, in that if they're playing a go wide deck with a creature that you don't care about, you just play it as an enchantment, start going to town with your guys, right? So the flexibility is good. I'm wondering whether it can be an asset for the
Oh, here we
Start
go.
the Damon
Here we
piece.
go.
Yeah, so last game we didn't really see Damon's deck operating in the way he intended. This is going to be more in line with it.
Farm animal is still
Was
going
Sam,
at it.
was Sam
Whoa.
running 2 of them? I don't think so. I think he just didn't board it out.
Okay. Good. I've been talking some smack on farm animals. I'm eating my words. Farm animals seems to be doing surprisingly well.
Yeah, I mean, Damon's drawn 2 1-mana 1/2s. It's
Damon
not going to be attacking this game.
Damon has to read it because it's so rare that people put this in their deck. But Sam, of course, it's Sam who finds a way to make it work.
And it's got a complex split of how it works.
Yeah.
You know, you always gain the life. You don't always destroy an artifact or enchantment.
No attacks from Damon.
Well, he values the blocking.
Interesting.
And the thing is, he's got the shock in his hand. So he would love for Sam to go for an attack, play a combat trick, and then get blown out.
Yeah.
He sees these lines like no one else, Damon.
And Damon is going to have so much mana next turn. He takes out the farm animals or whatever Sam plays. He gets a free attack. That's 2 extra mana. He's up to 5 on turn 3. If he has an instant speed way to play it, to spend it.
So aggressive from Damon. I tell you what though, against aggressive draw like this, 3 life feels pretty good.
Yeah, that part is certainly relevant.
Mm.
It is just quite a low impact card a lot of the time.
These cadets are way too flexible, man. I can't do that. That's insane.
I haven't touched my toes in 20 years.
Though if you look at these tokens, Santino, Taekwondo Master. We do have some flexible people in the draft. The Ralliers is on board now. Surely you can start going off of Ralliers here.
Yeah, so Damon can deploy creatures this turn. I don't think he's going to go for an attack this turn just yet.
If you go land, go Ralliers.
I was wrong.
Oh, okay.
Is he pumping it? Or he's begging
No,
instant?
he's got a Grand that he's just playing post combat.
Yeah.
So this is another 1/2.
But sure he would have pumped the cadets with the ability, you know?
It only makes 1 mana, and it costs 2 to pump.
Okay.
So still setting up this turn.
There we go.
Next turn, he can spend 1 mana on the lesson, and then he gets the... Oh, sorry. He doesn't get the firebending mana yet. He needs a lesson in his graveyard.
Oh, I see. That's why I'm getting confused. So,
And then it makes 2 mana.
Grand and Ralliers is a match made in heaven or Sam's hell here, because this is going to be drawing
Oh,
basically
no.
2 cards. It's going to be like a draw 2 cards, discard 1 every time he activates Ralliers.
Yeah.
So next turn, Damon is going to have the ability to activate Ralliers and have 3 mana left over.
I think the most devastating thing here for Sam is no turn 2 play. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really good we played on 1, but nothing's changed on his side of the board, so needs to start hitting the board here. But what I see in his hand is a card that can exile target creature. He can definitely
It
get that
needs
rally off the board.
higher mana value.
Truly?
Yeah.
It only
Has to be
hits
3 or
mana value
greater.
3 or higher.
Oh no.
Yeah.
How much of that does David have in his deck? I mean, it's all it's for Katara, I guess. He can definitely stop the cadets from attacking with the pacifism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Jailer is, I think, just generally a good card. Doesn't match up fantastically here. Sam's got a 4-drop he can play, a removal spell he doesn't want to play. His
Oh.
options are very limited. So he's got the 2 spells he can cast, and this is not the time. But he's looking at playing one of them regardless.
Okay, so he's looking to maybe exile that in future. He's accepted his fate. Yes, that's going to be after the removal spell for that one. He gives Damon a chance to activate it.
All right.
He's going to get the draw off the Grand.
Friends and companions
Don't
are going to
worry,
come
he's
back to
gonna
this
get
later,
this.
unfortunately.
It's the cow. What was it? It's a